Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. The Commodores have set their black and gold spring game. That is going to be happening on April 8th at 5 p.m. So mark your calendars. Also, this weekend, it's going to be kind of a big weekend for both Tennessee and Vanderbilt, where Tennessee will be hosting South Carolina in basketball. Tip-off is going to be at 5 p.m. on the SEC Network, or you can just listen to it right here on 104.5 The Zone, because why wouldn't you? On the baseball field, Tennessee is getting ready to host a 3-game series with Dayton. In fact, first pitch for game 1 is coming up in about 30 minutes. For Vanderbilt, basketball-wise, they are hosting Florida. Right now, Vandy is sitting at 8-7 in conference play. Tip-off for that game tomorrow night is going to be at 5 p.m. on ESPN2. And in baseball, UCLA's made their way to Nashville and will take on Vandy. First pitch for that game today is at 4:30. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once, and you're home for the Vols. The flagship station for your Tennessee Titans and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL on the air, 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a Trash Talk Friday. Anybody got trash to talk?
I got trash to talk.
To Alabama?
No.
Oh.
Why would I have trash to talk to them?
To Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
Basketball?
Yeah. They winning.
I know.
Oh.
Not a lot you can say to them, huh?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Tennessee beat them in basketball and football. How about that?
Oh, is that what you're saying about?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's always on the docket. If that's the case. I pop right there in the hump.
I'm glad you're noticing.
You're popping your peas.
It's growth, man. It's growth.
Meh.
Now, how I can cut it out, I have no earthly idea.
Nah, there's no
Growth.
need to cut it out.
Yeah, don't. I mean, that's why you've got that mic condom right there. It's
That's
supposed to-
right.
it's supposed to help
That's
you out.
right.
We need you to double condom that thing.
Look, she's got pink headphones. Her name's Don Davenport.
That's bunk. That's bunk. That's bunk. Twitch, please. Twitch, please. Twitch, please.
Don Davenport is headed to Orlando
Yeah.
for some XFL football.
How about it? Sunday night,
I can't
4
wait for you
o'clock
to see
on
that.
ESPN. Go check it out.
I can't wait for
I
you
got
to
a
see
bunch
that.
of former Vols on my Orlando Guardians team.
Orlando Guardians. Who needs to guard Orlando?
Yeah, why?
I don't think Orlando's not going to be under
They're supposed to be
attack, right?
welcoming.
Like,
The
that's
Orlando welcoming.
That's the happiest city on
Exactly.
Right.
They should have somebody like this with the arms wide open. Well, maybe
With
it was
wide
like this.
open.
Creed?
Yeah, like,
Scott
come on.
Staff going to be the one.
Scott
that's
Staff
in
lives
there?
in
Like, I
Nashville,
mean-
as a matter of fact.
Does he?
Yep.
See, he should be down there.
Oh, tell him to come hang with
His
us.
kid's friends with my kid.
Should be a statue there of him.
A statue of Scott Staff?
Yeah, that means welcome.
Well,
Welcome.
I'll tell you this. Scott
Javante
Staff's phone
Payton is one of them.
blowing up
Oh.
right now. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
They're talking about you on
Totally
the
my
radio.
band in high school.
Creed? You love Creed?
Oh, I can sing every song. Love
Yeah,
their
because they
first
were
2
like
albums.
they were Christian based, right?
Yes.
Creed?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good
And a
smelling
lot of people
cologne, too.
didn't know it. Is that what you have on right now? You smell clean.
That's Versace.
Creed 3 also coming out.
Yes, it is.
And an unrelated story. Those Creed movies are amazing.
Hey,
I've never even
I mean,
heard of it.
amazing.
dude, like it's hard to do spin-offs of
Yeah.
series and movies and everything. Man, they nailed it.
Serious.
Goodness gracious. That's it.
Who else do I have? Tennessee. Oh, Quentin Dormady. You remember him?
Q, yeah. Quarterback.
He's third string
Oh,
quarterback.
okay, yeah, all right.
Wait, so
Shaq Wiggins.
I remember Shaq Wiggins.
you got Javante Payton from Hillsborough High School.
Yes.
I'm glad Javante's out there getting a shot.
Yeah, I know he joined them late.
That's good.
So yeah.
He can make the
Anyway,
most of
I think the XFL is. I think it's fun to watch. Obviously, I've watched a bunch of it, knowing that I'm going to work a game this weekend. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's quick. It's
Yeah.
Get
it in, out, boom.
Yep.
Go to Disney World.
That is true. Go visit Mickey and Minnie.
Also, it is Dawn Davenport's birthday tomorrow.
Happy pre-birthday, Babsy!
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Babsy. Happy birthday,
She gets suspended with
Babsy.
Mickey.
Yes.
Not Ryan, Mickey Mouse.
The rascal, not
Actually,
the rascal.
Technically, no. I get to spend it in
The rat.
a production meeting with the crew, but you know,
I mean,
it's not bad. I got a text
all in the eye of the beholder.
from one of my buddies who said, you've made it big when Sports Broadcast Journal lists your birthday. So I look at the screenshot. Sure enough, not only does it list my birthday, it lists my year that I was born and my age.
Wow.
Now that ain't.
I'm like,
hey.
what a bunch of jerks.
25.
You can't do that.
That's bunk.
Bunk.
That's right. Good thing
What are
it
you
says
doing?
what,
You're
Yor?
killing me, Smalls.
What'd you say, Slay?
Good thing it says what on there where it lists her birthday.
25.
That's right. That's
Are-
right. So
are
we
we
go
gra-
down from 27 to
Are we?
25.
No, I've been saying 25 for you for a while, dude. Should we graduate
that
up
helped.
to 26?
Yeah, we can hit 26.
Hey!
Hey.
He is very excited. His name is Ron Slay.
I am. I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Rocket
Hey, no, stop there. Stop, please. Give me something else, cause like I'm gonna be superstitious like the Vol fans. Every Friday we're going into the game. They've been playing that, and we've been losing. So give me something else, huh?
I love when the big fellas get down there and pitch a tent.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Hey, I'm in the building.
Damn.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the
You know
building.
with the wind, we're going to do that every time now, right?
Hey, man. Now hey, Hunk, it ain't too many times you get me. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one, Hunk. Hey, and guess what? I do got some trash talk.
What you got?
For the front court of the Tennessee Vols.
They need to pitch a tent.
Yeah, that's why I felt like Hunk was my spirit animal right there when he played that. Yes, tents need to be pitched all over Thompson Bowling. Ooh, that real pop.
That was a pop.
All over Thompson Bowling. All up and down the court. From the front court. You guys, the big fellas. Tent pitching is on the docket. Adu, Olivier, Uros, Tobey. Another pop. And I'm not even close to the mic.
What about the crowd? You need some energy from the crowd. You need some tents pitched in the crowd
I'm going to give the crowd a break on this one.
because you're gonna need them against Arkansas.
Nah, yeah, but
It's sold
on
out.
this one, because y'all been showing up and they ain't been giving you nothing to chill for. So this time, I'm on y'all side, fans. Vols, it's on you. Well, it's on you to get it right. Right now, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, not the next day after that, but right now, which is tomorrow. Get it right. Because y'all, the guards coming to play. Now, they've been hurt, been injured, been banged up. Ain't no more excuses. Y'all got to go dominate. We seen y'all dominate before.
Any word on JoJo James's ankle?
Because Juan said him and Phillips should go. That's from an interview. He didn't call me until.
They'll say,
It sounded good, though.
I know
Yeah,
it's
the one
early,
that texted
6:15
me.
comes
The
early,
text.
but had some information for you.
think we got some guys gonna go.
I know you've been worried about it.
Yeah, man. Like but guess what though? You got enough down low to make up for that, man. I ain't gonna accept no excuses no more for teams that are hovering around the bottom of the barrel of the SEC. I will not accept it. Okay,
All right.
book it.
South Carolina at Tennessee, 5 o'clock on the SEC Network. Pre-game coverage, Vol Network coverage begins at 4:30 right here on 104.5 The Zone. How about that?
Yep.
Florida and Vandy over in Memorial Gym at the same time, 5 o'clock on the SEC Network.
Vandy, I'm not gonna accept y'all.
Oh, sorry, ESPN2.
Vandy who?
Florida.
Vandy, I'm not going to accept y'all either. And I'm going to put that on the front court because they are missing Colin Castleton. Liam Robbins, you did deliver last game against LSU. That was some good numbers, but
22 and 13.
like that. Continue doing that. But somebody else get in there and help them. Studi, 3-point shooter, help them. We're not accepting anyone getting beat by bottom of the barrel SEC teams. Vandy, you don't notice.
Help me. Help you.
That's all he's asking to the other bigs. It's a front court Saturday tomorrow. All the big men. What they need to do, huh?
I love when the big fellas get down there and pitch a tent.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Boy, there's a little Charles Barkley in that soundbite, it sounds like.
Kinda.
Do y'all hear that?
I was in the jungle.
I love when the big fellas get down there and pitch a tent.
I love with the big.
It kind of was. It kind of
There
was.
really was.
It kind of was. It
Hit
was
it again,
weird.
huh?
I love when the big fellas get down there and pitch a tent.
You sound exactly like him.
Well, it's Barkley on the front end, and then
Yes.
it goes into Slay.
And Slay on the
That
back
is kind of
end.
weird right there, yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
Hey, call Barkley and play that for him, too.
Is this you?
Yeah. The whole Randy Moss situation again on 3.
Yeah.
We haven't had him on in a while.
Who, Randy Moss?
Well, yeah, him too. Charles. Sir Charles.
I would love, I've never met him.
Really?
I would love to meet Charles Barkley.
Do you know that like 1,000 people that I know have met him?
Really?
Like he's always out and
Yeah,
about,
that's-
and then he'll
Yep.
just sit at the bar next to a guy and just start talking to him.
Yep. I'm going to be at one of them bars one day. Sit there and talk to me. Hey, you tell me I know Babsy. She went to Auburn. I know Hunk.
He's an Auburn fan.
Yeah, he's an Auburn fan.
Ole Miss news. LSU plays at Ole Miss. Kermit Davis, friend of a lot of people in this market, out at Ole Miss. They're 10-18, 2-13 in the SEC, tied for last. Great dude.
Dang.
What happened? Because I thought he recruited his butt off. Like he had some of the highest rated recruiting classes that Ole Miss basketball has had in a long time.
No, I told Yoro, man. I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead, Babsy.
No, so what
I
happened?
was telling Yoro, like, this was a time that injuries took place, and a lot of the guys that he did recruit, which were highly touted, didn't live up to the expectations of what they could be. They never really reached their potential. Like a guy, Devontae Shuler, who was there for quite a while, could really play from Oak Hill Academy. He was a dog, man, and it's just like he never really got going. He was so flashes throughout the years. It was just never turned the corner, man. You hate that for Kermit. Hate that for him. But he is a really good coach. Guess what, too, though, Babs? Hard to recruit down in Oxford.
Oh, yeah, you say that often.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's different. It's different. Especially if I think one thing you do have to do, though, you got to go get your home state players down there.
Yeah.
A lot of them get out. And they got a lot of talent down there in Mississippi, so that's what you got to be able to do. And I think Mississippi State snatches a lot up. Georgia's been snatching some up. So, and you've been getting guys sprinkled through other places.
So how? Answer me this: Mississippi State and Ole Miss are that different that that stigma doesn't exist at Mississippi State?
I don't think so, Babs. I don't think so. I think it's more of a draw to Mississippi State than it is Oxford. I think it is. And
Interesting.
it's nothing to see down there, period. I'm just saying.
It's
I don't know
Starkville?
it's Starkville.
Well, you're about to go tonight, aren't
I
you?
know, and no, it's Monday.
Oh, sorry, Monday.
Yeah, he's
That's right. Tonight you're going to Charlotte. I can't keep up with all of our schedules.
It's going to be a big man Saturday.
We're all over the
Big
place.
pitch, 10 pitching Saturdays. But this is I just think it's difficult, Babsy. I think it's difficult. I don't know why, but just can't get it done. Mississippi State, it's not. I honestly think it's more to do in Oxford than it is in Starkville.
100,000,000%.
And it seems more party-ish for a college student athlete there than it would Mississippi State. Feel like.
But Oxford comes off as preppy, preppier.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So
All right, we need to take a break. Daniel Jeremiah thinks the Titans' best case scenario at 11 is. We'll tell you when we come back. Also, speaking of next Tuesday, Keith Bullock is sitting in for the two of you guys.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So me and Bully next Tuesday.
Oh, yep.
I'll be in Orlando. You'll be in Starkville.
Yep. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
They better be discussing my XFL game on Monday morning. I'm going to hit the morning show up. Will Bowling. All right, so you need to be discussing Lone Pronto. What if you could be credit card debt-free in 10 days and save as much as $1,000 a month. Loan Pronto's all-new Express Equity Line of Credit program, exactly what you need, and they can help. You don't have to do a full home refi. That's the thing. You can just tap a small portion of the equity that you have earned in your home and enjoy a super low monthly payment. Close in 7 to 10 days with Loan Pronto. A $50,000 loan will only cost you around $400 a month. So you can use that money, pay off those high interest credit cards, do a home improvement project. You got summer coming up. Maybe you want to get the backyard in shape. The possibilities are endless, and Loan Pronto can help you access up to 90% of your home's equity, even if you did a total refi recently or you just bought your home. Stop the madness. Say no to 24% interest fees if you have credit card debt, and let Loan Pronto help you. Call them at 615-499-5780. That's loanpronto.com at 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto, equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay on a Trash Talk Friday. Ramon Foster is in the chat on YouTube.
Time to talk some trash.
Ramon wrote, Savages.
Savage, what up, though?
Really dope.
Speaking of which, Slay, you did not mention the fact that your play-by-play guy last week or on Tuesday night, used the word savages.
No!
What?
Yes, he did. And when he said it, I was like, damn, did somebody text him this?
Was that Kevin?
Yes, Kevin Fitzgerald. Which, let me say this, man. That was my second time working with Kevin Fitzgerald. Mm-hmm. You can't judge books by a cover.
What in the hell does that mean?
Whitest boy in America.
No, because it's like Kevin looks like he would be the guy that every time you pass him, he's getting ready to go into a library. Every single time. Every time. He's just missing the glasses. Like, he looks like a bookworm. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Dude, cool as hell, man. Like, got a little, you know what I mean, little funk and soul to him. I'm like, okay.
I gotta go look him up now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Babs, he looks just like the guy on Road Trip. Does anybody remember the guy's name on Road Trip?
He doesn't look like
The white
that.
guy. The white guy, yeah, that's my boy. Darn it, what's his name?
The one that hooks up with the big panty girl?
Yes, what is his name? Golly. I'm hot
Okay,
at myself.
I don't know, but Kevin Fitzgerald is not going to appreciate you saying that he looks like that guy.
DJ Quells.
No, it's my boy.
As long as you say that's my boy. You
Yeah,
say
that's
anything
my-
you
no,
want.
that's
Oh my
boy.
gosh, he totally does.
I'm telling you. That's my dog. You know what I mean? But, man, I'm telling you, man.
Young. Like,
DJ
how
Qualls.
young is he?
That's like,
It looks like he's 12.
I'm trying to
a
tell you.
lot of people in the South, when they say God love him, then you know something's coming. When Slay is, that's my boy. And then here he comes.
Hey, dude, that man looked at me and said something about Savage, and I was like, what? It's like, man, you speaking my lingo right there.
I heard it. You should have seen Slay's face. Slay's like, oh my God, did you just mention my
I
word?
was like, wow, he caught me off guard with that. That was pretty cool. So, yeah, he went up a notch in my book. Good job, Kevin. Mm-hmm. I think we're doing the SEC tournament. We got to get him to stop by the concourse.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
We going to be up there?
Yes,
I
we
think-
are.
Yeah.
A lot.
You asked that, I was going to say, oh, maybe we're not going to be.
We are.
No, we are. I've already found out.
All right, cool. Yeah.
The communication train around this place.
Yeah. How's everybody feeling out there on this Good Friday, though?
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on. The
That's what I
Chiefs
wanna know.
have promoted Matt Nagy to OC.
His old position, isn't it? Isn't that his old position?
Yeah.
No.
Kinda
Shouldn't
weird,
that guy's name be Nagy?
I mean,
It's Nagy, right? Like, so the vowel
Yeah.
should be
Like
hard
nasal?
in front of the single consonant. If it were
Nagy.
Naggy, then that makes the
Nagy,
vowel
like baggy.
ah, right?
I'm with you on that.
Somebody call him and tell him.
No, call a teacher.
what about Jim Nagy
I think he's
with
Nagy.
the Senior Bowl?
No, he's Nagy.
Oh yeah,
Charles
Nagy.
Nagy, Jim Nagy,
They all
Matt
Nagys.
Nagy's.
Listen,
Well, they don't
it's
need
all
to
about
listen
the
to me.
nag.
I guess it is.
Don't get
TennesseeTitans.com.
I will nag you
No question.
the rest of your life.
Is that little laugh, that little witch laugh right there.
She's playful today, isn't
Yeah, I like it.
A little crazy on a Friday.
she? Everybody headed out
A
to
little crazy.
All right, TennesseeTitans.com. You can get Titans content there. And Jim Wyatt and the guys spent some time with Daniel Jeremiah, who is the NFL Network draft analyst. And they were talking with him about potential picks at number 11 for the Titans. And you know, it's interesting because obviously if you're picking lower, like in the 20s or whatever, you had a good season. If you're picking 11, you didn't. But once you've reached this point, I think you're like kind of glad to have like a pick that people will talk about on shows like this. Like you're high up enough for this pick to be discussed. And I think like the safe play, right, is to put down offensive tackle on your sheet at this point. And that's where Jeremiah went. So he's a big fan of Northwestern's Peter Skoronski, who actually I think could play guard or tackle. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But he says, obviously, tackle is going to be a glaring need for them talking about the Titans. If you ask me about the absolute best case scenario, I'd say somehow Skoronski gets there from Northwestern. I think he can play tackle. I think he can be an unbelievable guard as well. There you go. But Skoronski would be my dream scenario. And while I don't think it's going to happen, you start getting all these quarterbacks coming off the board, and we end up getting 4 go, and you have those top defensive players, then maybe it's not the craziest thing in the world that he would somehow make it to them.
That's what I was going to say.
You need quarterbacks to go.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you need all of them. You need you need 3 of the 4 to go. Right?
3 to 4 quarterbacks,
Or maybe all 4, yeah.
Maybe all 4. Anyway, because I was going to say, I like Skoronski, but almost all the mock drafts that I looked at, we did this last week. I think we ended up pulling about 30 total. And that was last week. That didn't even count this week's. But almost all of them had him gone already by the time you got to 11.
Yeah, and that's what he's saying here, that it probably doesn't happen, but that would be the best case scenario.
Yeah, like this one has him gone to the Raiders.
It's tough.
And there are a couple others. There are 3 high-quality offensive tackles that I think are good enough to step in as a rookie and go ahead and go.
Yeah.
Right, and that's probably what you're going to have, a rookie left tackle maybe, and a second-year right tackle.
Did they talk about Skoronski's short arms?
His T-Rex arms.
I don't know, but as much time as we spent on that
That's
with
the
Roger,
knock on him.
I know,
Arms
but as much
are
time as we
important.
spent on that with Roger McCrary, and then he has that play against Jacksonville where he didn't get his arms up, and you're like, how did he not get that? And you're like, oh, yeah, short arms.
Well, he did get them up. It just
Not far
didn't
enough.
didn't
Not
extend.
enough.
One side has his cons as arm length below a lot of thresholds for an offensive tackle.
See,
wow.
now we need to ask Greg Cosell about him because that scenario puts him inside, right? Like at guard?
Absolutely.
Because you
like
need
in
long
order
arms
to
to play tackle.
compensate, you have to bump him inside.
So did we just
Absolutely.
decide his career path right now?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did. Yeah.
But if it's that pronounced to where it's everywhere on the knocks on him. Now, I will say, like reading about him and watching him and all of that, he also, like everybody has said, best offensive lineman in this draft, the most polished offensive lineman in this draft, like most ready to go, perfect size-wise, just short arms. So you might have to bump him in.
Well, bump him in.
I mean,
We need guards.
if you're the
Yeah,
Titans,
need
you
guard
need
too.
everybody.
Yeah, like, yeah,
So
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
$2 steak.
okay. Oh, speaking of short,
Does that steak come with A1? Because if we can drown it,
a
I'm cool.
Listen,
whole
A
bowl,
whole
Slay.
bowl of A1.
I've seen somebody order some A1 before.
That's right.
And he didn't even need it because
Didn't
that
he need
steak
it? That steak
so
was
good.
phenomenal.
In 1,258 snaps in college, he only gave up 5 sacks.
Oh,
Well, that ain't bad.
I should
'cause
say
you're learning.
1,258 pass snaps.
Yeah.
He only gave up 5 sacks.
And
that's at
yeah.
Northwestern, and they were not good the last couple of years.
You went up there twice, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
so.
What are you saying? If Don shows up?
No, I'm just saying.
No, I usually at least get one team that's good. It's the team they're
She
playing
got a
that's
bird's eye
usually
view.
bad.
That's all I'm saying. She got a bird's eye view.
Don-
Because she talked about the
Hey,
new
Don can
facility.
give you the detailed
their
information
facilities are
about the
sweet.
worst teams in America.
I got
She's
you
got
covered. I got you covered. Hey, but I know a hell of a lot of these guys that are in the draft.
You always
do.
You do. You sure
You
do.
always do.
You knew 4. You saw 4 out of the 5 receivers we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
So, yeah.
That's how she fell in love with Jordan Addison, who,
Mm-hmm.
I know.
by the way, Daniel Jeremiah loves him too. He said, I don't think it's a great receiver draft, but I really do like Jordan Addison from USC.
Jordan Addison.
The one reason
From
that might not
Pittsburgh.
happen is because he's kind of similar to Robert Woods. So if that wasn't what they were looking for, or they wanted to get bigger there, then TCU has Quentin Johnston, who is big, fast, physical kid. I don't think he'll be there though.
Yeah.
Maybe though, because I don't know. There's so many receivers in the draft that's turned into kind of a self-scout thing, where people, it seems like teams feel like they can pick up receivers that'll give them immediate production basically anywhere in the draft.
But that's what I get. All right.
I mean, that's where I go back to my Big Jeff versus A.J. Brown thing, too. I feel like you have way better of a chance to find a stud receiver.
So, but one thing I feel keeps getting overshadowed in these talks, outside of what Kyle Phillips, because we didn't get to see him, is Traylon Burks, though. Like, we keep talking about receivers. Do we not believe he could be that number one? And we could go find a number two like a Robert Woods like?
I 100% believe he can be that number one.
Okay.
But what has he done to show me that he can do that?
When he's out there.
Exactly. When he's out there. You can't put all your eggs in the basket that dude's going to be a number one when, A, he couldn't get through conditioning.
Yeah.
When he first got. I don't care. I'm just saying, you look at the history, this kid has not been as available as he needs to be. I know it's 1 year, but you know me, I'm a hard ass.
Okay, and I'm with that. Listen, but this is what I'm telling you. I understand that. But on the flip side of that, who has been available for the Titans?
Ryan Tannehill minus his
outside of Ryan Tannehill
sprained ankle
and King Henry. Outside of those
Derrick
two.
Henry.
I said outside of those two people.
Big Jeff.
Outside of the franchise guys, Kevin Byard, Big Jeff,
Kevin Byard,
Ryan Tannehill, and Derrick Henry
was there for almost every game.
Yeah, he sure was.
Listen, man,
but you don't have expectations for him.
Daly's best ability was his availability.
That's true, but
my expectation was for him to survive.
Just
survive.
No,
man.
the person behind him to survive. That's a better expectation.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, maybe Ryan Tannehill would have been even more available.
In all seriousness, can y'all believe that they couldn't find somebody on somebody's practice squad better than that guy last year?
I'm shocked.
I'm not.
I mean, remember when, like, about halfway through, we
shocked.
went through everybody's practice, and we did this because you'd seen all these players.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so I just picked offensive tackles off of practice squad rosters, which you can sign to your active roster immediately.
I'm like,
And
that dude has to be better.
Yeah.
But when did it happen? When did Taylor get hurt?
Early.
Well, game one?
The first snap of the second game.
Yeah,
so
week two.
Second game.
Yeah.
So to that point, that means a lot of guys were already snatched up on practice squads, though.
Yeah, but
correct?
you can
go snatch them out the practice squad.
You can take anybody off the practice squad.
If you put it on your roster.
I'm gonna be real,
you
that's
can't
tough.
take like a practice squad guy to go to a practice squad.
Dennis, I'm trying to help you.
No, there's no helping.
I can't hold his hand. I can't hold his hand and go across the street.
But it's okay. So this is a full circle.
Hey, listen,
this is a full circle moment, though, because us talking about this is, and I just thought about it prepping for this XFL game because the team that I'm covering, Orlando, gave up like 7 sacks last week, and I'm like, oh, I know what that looks like, But that's the conversation. Like, hey, look, in this league, anybody for the most part that can protect a quarterback is already in the NFL because it's not that easy to find that many of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so in this full circle moment, I'm absolutely going offensive lineman with my 11th pick then, if it's not a quarterback.
What if you went with that with your first 2 picks?
I'm fine with that.
I am too.
Especially if Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry are on this roster.
I guarantee you there will be multiple offensive linemen taken and multiple wide receivers taken. Guaranteed.
And you know what I'm going to say after that? What the little old lady said on national. Why you looking at me like that? You know it's going to be so crazy.
I know. I wonder what some little old lady said. Turn on Matlock?
Like when, no. Like what she said on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Where's my cream sherry?
Play ball! Oh. If you go get all O-linemen and all receivers, at the end of the day, I'm smiling and saying, play ball!
You have to draft a quarterback again, too.
You also...
Every year. I'm telling you, until you find it.
But what if it ain't?
You got to draft a corner every year, too, right?
Yep.
Now, y'all
have to, especially.
That's too many people.
They have too many holes. The Titans have too many holes.
Hey, they just released Randy Bullock, too. Draft a kicker, Slay.
Nah, y'all, it's going crazy. Y'all want to go in Jim White's mailbag or Santa Claus's Christmas bag. One of the two. You can't get all this stuff out of it, y'all. There's too many. We got to focus on 2 things going into this draft. I like O-line, and I like receiver. Even though I believe in...
You believe in Traylon Burks.
I most definitely do.
But listen, you need more than one.
I believe in Kyle Phillips.
You believe in all these guys who haven't done crap.
I knew you were going there. I knew you were going to go there.
You know why? Because they're not available.
Do you know how many people listening to us right now forgot Kyle Phillips was even on this football team?
Yeah, because you haven't seen him at all.
Let me look at my whiteboard. Maybe he on there.
I think he was doing play-by-play with Slay Tuesday night.
Could have been. Hey, man.
What was his injury? I don't even remember his injury now.
Shoulder.
I think it was hamstring. Was it shoulder? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was shoulder.
Shoulder was
so
lingering.
Slay and I were talking about Kyle Phillips yesterday, and I was like, man, I almost forgot he was on the roster.
Yep. That's tough. But did you remember what the buzz was going into the season? Who was the buzz about? Going into the season, without question. So give me that. You got a whole – now, you don't get it. Yeah. Kyle, I want you to tread lightly because you don't get another opportunity like you got a whole year to play around.
Only one red shirt season.
That's all you get, brother.
No medical red shirt.
No, we can – hey. And I'm out here.
What have you done for me lately?
I did it for Caleb. I went on that limb for Caleb Farley. Going out there for
Caleb. It cracked. And you're now on the ground, and I have to come pick you up.
Need a bigger limb.
That was a thin
cracked
limb.
a lot. Slay's on IR because of it.
That was a thin limb.
I warned you.
You did.
Watch the show live on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Big Savagery, Ramon Foster. I love how everyone is on board with the O-line love. This warms my cold heart.
Big man love, baby.
Well, because we have no choice.
Ramon, you ain't got no cold heart. Get out of here.
I know. He's a big teddy bear. He tries to be a hard A. He's not.
Yeah. So we had another draft guy on yesterday. Matt Miller was on with us, and he had some interesting things to say about Anthony Richardson. Talk about that next and play you that audio. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Go up to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Get it done this weekend. Maybe you've been putting that decision off for whatever reason. Now's the time to get it done. They've got a lot of great deals going on for you. You can check it out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. That's GuptonMotors.com. Get up there this weekend. Find that next new vehicle, car, truck, SUV, Jeep, whatever you need. Maybe you need a Sprinter van. Maybe you got a lot of little dudes running around, and you need to get them all in one spot comfortably with a Sprinter van. They can hook you up there, too. They've got everything new, pre-owned, whatever you need. Go ask your questions. They'll have your answers for you. There'll be no pressure at all on you. They simply want what you want, and that's you in the vehicle that's right for you. So get it done. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. Take 24 west toward Clarksville. About 9 miles outside the city, you'll run into exit 35. Get off there. Head into Springfield. Best vehicle buying experience you'll ever have. Take your test drive. Go inside. They'll help make the numbers work. It'll be that easy. GuptonMotors.com. Take it, Starvin Landscape Supply. That is where you need to go as we continue to go through a roller coaster of a weather pattern. 85 one day, and I don't even know what today is. It feels like 12 degrees outside to me. But Trey Hartsook joins us now, and Trey can help you with any of your landscape needs. Trey.
Hey, bro, that's exactly right. I can't really help with this weather too much. It is miserable out there today. But, hey, look at yesterday. Really felt like spring in the middle Tennessee area. And I'll tell you what I see a lot of weeds coming through, popping, and a lot of people say, well, I don't know what to do with these. We are your experts at Diggins Turf and Landscape Supply. Take some pictures of what you got. Bring them in. We have turf experts at every single location that love to talk to you about your grass and what you need to do to have the best lawn in the neighborhood. Also, Brent, yesterday made people start thinking about what we're going to do as far as grass mowing goes. So got to make sure that we're cutting grass. Got to make sure you have a machine that we can do it with. So stop in and see us, whether you want a Toro, Ferris, Snapper, Wright, any and all brands available at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. Stop in and see us. Conveniently located all over Middle Tennessee. Got locations in Nashville, Cool Springs, Hendersonville, Murfreesboro, Bellevue, Brentwood, Lombard, Mount Juliet, and Franklin. If you can't get a hold of us, check us out online, DickensSupply.com.
HL 1045 The Zone, Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Big Slay.
I'm in the building.
The other day, you were kind of opining a little bit, like
Opining?
Opining.
thinking,
Hopining.
Hopinesing,
Opining. Oh.
He said hope.
Hopinesing.
See?
You know who Hope Hines is?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Oh, yeah. He probably covered you.
Yeah.
The thing, the guy.
Well, Hope was on channel
Here we go.
4.
No.
4.
No.
5.
2.
Not 2.
Not 2. It was 4.
It was
5.
on News Channel 5. Hope
That's right. Yeah, Hope is. I know Hope.
There's a legend in this market. And we used to do that.
Still a legend.
I've probably told this story 3 times on this show, but I don't know that maybe you guys have heard it. Maybe you have. I forget who I tell what to. But anyway, so we're doing that Sportsline show that they do at night, and so it's me, Clay, and Blaine sitting there, and Clay is like, at that point, Clay was like, I'm completely uncomfortable being on television. Which sounds funny now, right?
But he was
like,
serious.
He goes, I never know which camera to look in. And Hope goes, Clay, it's easy. See the camera with the light on it? You make love to that camera.
I can totally see Hope
right there.
saying that.
That's it right there. I like that.
So Clay goes, you want me to make love to that camera?
Like literally.
Oh, man.
I remember
Hope Hines, what a legend.
Another Hope Hines story was in the locker room, and
You got into it with somebody?
got into it with Paul Kowarski.
Did he?
I mean, into it. And let me go ahead and tell you, I wouldn't mess with Hope Hines, man.
Yeah.
So you know what he did? So this is when I'm still working at Channel 2. So I'm in the locker. Actually, I was with Joe Dubin.
Big Joe.
Big
on the
Joe.
go.
Big Joe on the
Big
go.
Joe.
We used
Shout
to
out
have
Big Joe.
shout out. Yes, we used to have. He has a book out, by the way. Now
Oh,
Big
wow,
Joe does.
okay.
We used to have Friday night dance parties in the sports office. I'm pretty sure Corey Curtis wanted to kill us, but yeah,
Corey
we had a
wouldn't
good
dance?
time
Corey
together.
could do it too, yeah.
Corey did not want to dance with us. No. Anyway, so
What about Sarah Walsh? Was she there for that?
no, I came
Mike
after
Hill?
her.
Was Mike Hill there for
They
that?
were both gone.
Okay. He got into it with Paul, too.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. So I remember sitting there watching. I looked at Joe and I was like, "Oh, this is good," And Hope Hines legit took his watch off. Like, old man, I'm gonna beat the crap out of
Hold
you.
my watch.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Takes
that's-
his watch off.
I was not there
and
for
it's
that.
like, step outside.
Hey man.
I was like, you'll mess with Hope Hines.
No, when the old guy at the bar takes his watch off, get
Leave
out of
it
it.
right there.
No.
Yeah, leave it
Get
right
out
there.
of it.
Do
'Cause
not step outside.
He knows what he's about to do.
Hell yeah. And it's not damage his watch. Because he's about to go to work.
Because
Yeah.
he's about to end
So
you.
weird. Hey, that's pretty cool right there. Shouts out. Can I give a shout out?
Sure. Go ball.
Golly.
Oh, there you go.
I forgot.
How about
I got
shout
it.
out to all the people that work at the valet at the airport that's about to have to deal with y'all?
It's my girl name. I forgot her name. Golly.
You'll remember it later.
Yep.
I know.
But
You
my
went-
guy.
You,
No,
my
seriously.
gosh.
No. Everybody
My God, my girl.
everybody
Come
knows
on.
him. No, everybody knows him. I played golf with.
Brett Kern.
Brett Kerr.
No, on the news.
BB. Brett Betzler.
On news.
Neil Orn.
No.
John Dwyer.
No, y'all.
Bob Mueller.
Bob!
Lisa
Bob
Pine.
Mueller. Shout out to Bob Mueller, man. My guy. Him and Leland Statham, man. They're my people right there.
Okay. I'd say, Leland.
Yeah.
Leland's the best, too. Yeah.
I
Bob's
thought of
great.
that, too, because you was talking about Hope Hines and older guys you don't want to play with.
Oh, yeah. Don't
Yo-
mess with Bob Mueller either.
You talking about tough? Man, Bob can fall off the cliff of a canyon and get back up. I'm pretty sure of it.
And his mustache will look
It's
perfect.
I mean, boy, you talking about a tough
People
cookie,
that
boy.
just moved here who have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, watch TV.
Watch the
Watch
news.
WKRN and
That's
Channel
all you gotta
2.
do.
Bob Mueller is still
Yep.
on, just
So,
rocking it.
When I
Mm-hmm.
moved here, I was 11 years old in 1984, and Bob Mueller and Ann Holt were on News 2.
Yep.
And Davis Nolan.
Yep.
So, and Davis listens to the show, and he'll, comment
He's a
on
huge
stuff.
sports fan.
Yeah, and he'll, reach out to me and things, and, 11-year-old me is, really proud. Davis Nolan. Anyway, all right.
All right.
615-737-1045.
Yep.
Matt Miller said, what about Anthony Richardson? Because that guy's name is being thrown around by everybody, so we had to ask.
Hard because there are games like Utah where he looks like a first overall pick. There are games like Kentucky where he looks undraftable, and those were one game. I mean, that was week 1 and week 2 last year. So it's hard. In the last 7 years in the first round, a quarterback has never been drafted with a completion percentage below 55. He's at 54. He'll be one of 4 quarterbacks drafted in the last 7 years in the first round with a completion percentage below 60.
Ooh.
It's just not something you see very often. And, his pressure percentage this year, worst any quarterback in the draft class. So there are a lot of things that you look at and you say, yikes, like that's kind of scary. But then you watch him make some throws. There was a 2-point conversion against Utah where he it's a jailbreak play and you got 2 defenders basically draped on the guy. And he does like this fake pass, jump pass, spins, and hits the guy in the back of the end zone for, key points, right? So it's like he does stuff like that where you're like, okay, well, that looked like Cam Newton or that looked like Josh Allen. So I think with Anthony, situation matters. He has to go somewhere where he can sit behind a veteran that is willing to teach him, willing to take him under his wing like Patrick had Alex Smith. You need that. Can't Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love situation. Like he needs someone who's going to help him learn and grow because he's only played 13 games. And, his first 2 years at Florida, he was basically, they bring him in to run the ball. He didn't even throw the ball that much.
So.
No.
There were so many really interesting nuggets in that thing. And then he did a piece on Anthony Richardson, Matt Miller did, so ESPN.com. Back to Babs. What?
Sorry, I knew it was coming.
Just let
Go
him
ahead,
finish.
I couldn't. It's okay.
I'm not even letting you get it out. No, the Titans are not going to draft him at 11. If they do, I will rip every thread of my hair in my head out of my head because I'll have to deal with my crazy husband, who is a diehard Titans fan, absolutely losing his mind if this happens. No, hell no.
Listen. If the Titans draft Anthony Richardson, she's going to take her watch off.
Yes, she is.
Dang right.
She'll be ready to fight somebody.
I'll be like,
Anybody.
Rand, welcome to town. What in the hell are you doing?
Don't do it.
You just can't.
Don't press in.
Well, the other part of what Matt Miller said about Anthony Richardson was interesting because you said to him, I could sell against that, and he was like, I know, and I've got nothing to say.
That's what's
and
crazy.
I think that's the interesting point. Like there were 2 performances 1 week apart, like the very next game, where he looked like a first overall pick and then undraftable player.
And then against
That's
Tennessee, he
big
looked
range.
great.
You can't, if you're looking risk reward, you can't take that risk at 11
No.
for whatever
You
that
can't.
reward might be.
You might be able to, but if you're the
established.
Titans, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot.
615-737-1045.
Well, and then he said he said,
Get him, Babsy.
sorry, I need to relax. No. I just told myself to relax.
Ramon just wrote, get him, Babs. Should be
5
on the
letters here. RELA.
Get him, Babsy. That's going on the shirt. We're getting that on the shirt.
Vandy
Get him,
Man,
Babsy.
AD2. Babs about to take that watch off.
So
Oh, wait, Karen Dawn will have to go in her own darkness retreat if the Titans draft Richardson.
oh my gosh.
So, Babsy, you don't think we
I
don't think
will.
we can use Richardson?
No.
It's so quick, though.
We'll be right back. What do y'all think? 615-737-1045. Trash Talk Friday on the radio. On the wold again. Very good, boy. I like that. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. You need to get stocked up for the weekend. These are your guys. MarylandFarmsWS.com is the website. They're over there in the public shopping center in Maryland Farms, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood. Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. They're closed on Sundays. Delivery through the Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits app. They also have curbside pickup. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, locally owned and has served Brentwood for more than 17 years. If you're looking for a perfect gift idea for a housewarming, for example, a birthday, just a thank you, anything you need, Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits has customized baskets for you to grab and go with wines, spirits, local olives, chocolates, perfect gift for that cocktail lover. Every Wednesday, Senior Day, go in there for special discounts. Put an alert in your phone. Every day they honor the military discount. They have case discounts as well. Very knowledgeable staff. Jason and his crew ready to help you. So if you're just a grab and go type of person and you know what you want to get out, they can certainly help you with that. But if you want to explore different bourbon ideas, for example, than maybe you're used to, or maybe different wine selections, craft beer, they will be able to help you out. Cigar selection is on point as well. That's Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits.
Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. As the NFL is starting to finalize coaching staffs, the Chiefs just did so by naming Matt Nagy its offensive coordinator, which is the exact same position that he had in 2016 and 17 before heading to Chicago to be a head coach. You have the Tennessee Vols hosting South Carolina tomorrow night, 5 p.m. tip-off there, where you're going to have pregame at 4:30 beginning right here on 104.5 The Zone. If you're paying attention to Tennessee baseball right now, they began a 3-game series with Dayton. In fact, that game is going on as we speak and is tied at 2. If you notice that Tony Vitello is not standing in the dugout, well, there's a reason for that. He's actually been suspended for this weekend's games. Vanderbilt is getting ready for Florida, who they're going to be coming into Nashville tomorrow night, 5 p.m. tip-off for that game. Right now, Vanderbilt is sitting at 8-7 in the conference. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
.3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a Friday. Trash Talk Friday, right, Slay?
Trash Talk Friday.
Oh, he's got the green powder out again.
Oh, yeah, this right here let you know I'm on my way to Slim.
What is that, spinach?
This is whole leaf powder. Spinach powder. 1 scoop equals 1 cup of fresh spinach. I get 2.
Oh, double down.
Make sure I get my vegetables in each lunch and dinner.
Does it taste like dog?
Babs, when you get to a point and you're looking for goals to reach, you don't care about what it tastes like. Does that water taste good to you?
No.
Are you drinking it?
Barely.
She's supposed to be.
But it doesn't
like
taste bad.
Thank you. See? You got a goal you're trying to reach. You're trying to stay hydrated. You know, you got a big weekend. You're going to be down there in the sun. You got to be hydrated, Babs. I'm proud of you right now.
I'm going to be in the sun. It's going to be like 90 degrees in Florida.
Exactly.
It's going to be like 80 here, right?
For those that I haven't looked, for those that don't know,
It's going to be about 50 tomorrow.
Oh,
Is it?
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good luck, y'all.
I told y'all I'm falling
Good luck,
down on my
guys.
weatherman job.
Yeah, you
I
got
was
to get on
upset
it,
that we
man.
didn't have more snow this year.
Hey, just hold your horses, though.
No,
Yeah.
dude, it's done.
Are you kidding me?
No, the
Do you
groundhog
remember
did-
we
yeah.
had like March
I know.
snow?
We do have snow in March, you're right.
I swear it happens like every year. You think spring's coming and then it's like, oh, wait, hold on.
I got something for you.
Isn't
Here
there
you
like
go.
a name like Blackberry Winter or something like
There's
that?
all kinds
for
of
it?
things like that. Don't even get the weather people involved because
That's a
Davis
telephone.
Nolan and Leland Stadium will want to call in. And that's fine. I would love for them to. But one of them's got to beat the other one because, well, I guess we could talk about them. But anyway, there's all kinds of winners. Blackberry
Yes.
Winter.
We actually have talked to
Hazelnut
Davis
winter.
about Blackberry Winter on this show before.
Yeah. I don't know. Once it hits like it hit 85 yesterday. Once it hits 85, shouldn't we just be done?
Yes,
Yeah.
and now it's 50
Tell
today.
Punxsutawney Phil to get his
40.
fat ass back out. No.
Look, this is what happens when Aaron Rodgers comes out of the hole and sees his shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I don't know what he saw. Hallucinations or something.
So this Tennessee baseball game is on behind Slay with no Tony Vitello
Suspended.
coaching.
Suspended. Over the
Wah,
shortstop
wah,
from
wah.
Kansas.
Maui?
Yeah. Word around
Is
the
he
campfire
good, huh?
is
He's very good.
yeah.
Very, very good.
So is he going to get to play?
He was the number 4 rated transfer in the country.
Many
And
thought if he didn't go to Tennessee is because he's going in the major league draft.
Yeah, so
Wow.
he will be Tennessee's starting shortstop. Maui Ahuna.
Why? So I guess there's, NCAA is investigating this whole situation or whatever. But at this point, are we seriously still doing this? Like, are we seriously looking at tampering for transfers? These kids can do whatever they want.
If the story really is the story that they got a hold of his, they booked his flight before they got his transcript, that is so stupid.
Yep.
You're not letting a kid play because of that.
And on the flip side of that, too, like what y'all both saying, it ain't even got to be the students. Like, it ain't even got to be the coaches. The players can reach out to players.
Yeah.
So that means you need to punish all the programs in America because all these guys
everybody's
talk.
doing
Everybody's
it.
talking. Everybody's talking.
At this point, who cares?
Yeah, because
Because they're all
yep.
jumping and going elsewhere and in and out of the portal. Who cares?
If I hear you
let it be
disgruntled,
free reign.
I'm hitting you up on your DM if I ain't got your number and telling you, hey, you know we can use you over here.
I mean, Big Jeff's
Tampering.
doing it on Twitter.
right? Yeah,
Into Bobby
so
Wagner. Come on, Bobby.
Oh, by the way, Tony.
I saw that. I did like that.
Yeah. Oh, you liked it, like literally, or did you just like it, like?
Oh no, I liked it. Like heart hit heart like.
Did you
Twitter.
like Wagner coming in?
Oh sure.
Oh.
He's reliable. The best.
I'm in
the
on
best
it, too.
abilities
Oh, no,
available.
I am too. I just expect a pushback from Babsy.
Why? Because he pushes back everything.
All day long. All day long she's been pushing back. All day long.
No,
Okay, what
just-
you put? Okay, what you put on the table? Nope, I don't want to eat that. Like baby Pam, just throw it out of high seat. Nope, get this out of here.
Baby Babs do that sometimes. Like you just put food on the high chair table, and she just starts throwing it.
Oh no, she does not let any food go to waste. It's my girl right there.
She ain't playing around with
And
it.
now she's on cupcake. Cupcake. I'm like, no.
I
This
know
is
what the
not an
pop-
every night thing.
Yes, oh yes, it is. I know it to pop up to the Babsy. I was gonna say the Babsy residence.
Hey,
The Davenport residence with cupcakes. Yep,
that's the Harder residence and
that's
Davenport residence.
yeah. There you go.
All right.
My bad, Hard.
Remember when we used to not identify him?
Yes.
He's in it now.
I'm okay with us still not identifying him.
It's too
but
late.
Why? Because his phone blows up. You know he likes it.
Too late. I didn't know no better.
he only likes it sometimes.
I didn't know no better. Just blame me. I ain't know no better. Okay. So
Allan Bell coming up at 4:20. Guess who's next?
Oh,
Jake and Brentwood.
perfect
Oh,
timing.
Jake.
Hey, come on in, brother.
How are you,
All
Jake?
right, I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna be quicker than last time. Quicker. I was falling asleep. First of all, happy birthday, B. Double D. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Are you 27 for real?
No, 26.
Yeah, she's been 25 for several years, so we figured that she'll be 26 now.
I look
my
it,
God.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. If I ever saw you, which I don't, but
You saw her at the liquor store. She was dressed up like a Star Wars person.
Yeah.
yeah, I saw her, but she didn't see me, so that's cool.
She wouldn't look.
That's cool.
For
I
those
would
that don't
not
know,
look at Jake.
she wouldn't look at Jake. She didn't want to know what he looked like because she likes his voice.
Yes.
Yes, and BD
Yeah, man.
and Esquire. How's it going?
What up, dude? Esquire. What's happening, man? What you got going this Friday? What you got going this weekend?
How's the liquid spinach going for you? Ugh.
Oh, I haven't mixed it up yet, but I'm gonna mix it in with some cream of chicken soup.
Oh my gosh.
So it's gonna
Sounds
be
horrible.
it's gonna be delicious. Hey, just ask Savage.
Sounds
Savage, you know what?
Sounds horrible.
What you got shaking this weekend, man?
I don't know. I want what Jake's on. Pure happiness.
What are you on, Jake?
Well, just life. We all good. It's life, man. You know what? Life
He's
is
on
too short to be all sour mouth. It is.
Sour mouth.
You can't be that way. You got to be happy. And life's too short, so I'm all good. But hey, the reason I was calling was to say, first of all, happy birthday to my Double D, and wish you a happy birthday. And again, safe travels to Orlando, and say hello to Mickey and Minnie.
Thank you. I'll tell him that you send your best.
I hate that place. It's horrible.
What? It's the happiest place on earth, Jake.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. It's not. It's horrible. I went there. I had to do the last rendezvous with my 13-year-old, because you're supposed to do that as a parent. And, so I did that. So I paid my last dibs to Mickey and Minnie this last summer.
Got that over with, huh?
Hey, you can drink in the parks nowadays.
Sure can.
Yeah, well, you know what? Epcot is the big, that big center, and for all that is, Mexico and Europe and whatever, and they were like halfway shut down, so I didn't even ride the gondola.
Wait, they shut the world down at Epcot?
Well, they were like, hey, half of it's under construction and blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what? We'll just keep on to Hollywood.
Skip past the world. I'm going to go to Hollywood.
Yeah.
There it is.
By the way, speaking of snow, I heard today that there was snow at the Hollywood sign. Like, never happens.
Huh?
You know the Hollywood sign in
just
Los Angeles? It
At
was
that
snowing.
one spot?
It was snowing there, like in L.A.
We used to be able to see that from our patio.
What up, Jake?
You're right. Yeah.
Hey, anyways, y'all, I just wanted to call in and tell Babs happy birthday. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. And with safe travels, and that's it.
Thanks, Jake.
Hey, you got plans this weekend,
Have a good
Jake?
weekend.
You know what? BD always asks me that, and the answer,
Well, I'm just curious about
is,
you. I care about you, Jake.
I know you do. The honest truth is, I don't. I wish I did. I wish I could come up. I know it's coming, and I'm trying to come up with something funny, but I don't. You know what? I'm not as busy as you guys, multimedia folks.
Oh.
All right, Jake.
All right.
Well, good luck with
Have a
nothing.
good weekend,
Yeah.
Jake.
All right,
See
peace.
ya.
Love you. See ya.
Love you, Jake. Hey, that's my man right there, boy.
What are you going to do this weekend? I was trying to come up with something just to tell y'all.
I just can't come up with something every time.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Savage gets a kick out of him, boy.
I get a kick out of him.
Oh, no, the laugh does it for you.
It's the laugh.
The laugh does it
Well,
for
and
you.
it's like the delayed responses. You know what I mean? Like you ask him a question and it's like 5 seconds and then
Well,
happy birthday, dog.
It's got to make its way up and register.
yeah. And you got to get to the checkout with it.
By the way, Tennessee and Dayton tied at 2 in the second inning. Tony Vitello with the suspension, right? But he shaved his beard.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him yet.
Well,
Yeah.
you ain't going to see him on this game either.
Miss it this week, huh?
He gone.
Push it back, Babs. We'll be right back. Allan Bell talking point spreads next. Want to tell you about my friends at Buddy Allen Carpet One in Donaldson. These guys are your flooring experts, and they've been in business for more than 55 years. Zach, Jenna, and Judson Allen are in the store every day, which makes a huge difference. They will be there through the entire project, the entire process that you've got going on. Through the installation, big box stores, they're going to farm you out to a 1-800 number for the installation, not at Buddy Allen Carpet One. They will handle all of that in-house, and they'll get it done. BuddyAllenCarpet1.com is the website. They're over there in Donaldson, 2405 Lebanon Pike, BuddyAllenCarpet1.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. We've got Allan Bell from Sportsline.com with us now. We love to talk point spreads and things like that with AB. Every Friday at 4:20. What's up, AB?
What up? Chilling. Y'all doing all right?
Just trying to pick winners, AB. That's
I know.
all we're trying to do.
What are you doing out here with no football? Like, how do you allocate your funds now?
Man, we're going college baseball big time.
Oh, tell me about it. I haven't even looked at that yet.
Really? Is there a big market for college baseball?
There's not. That's why you take advantage of it. Books don't know what they're doing with it. Like, you could jump all over them and make some money.
Well, you need to lead us down the right road, AB. I wish you would have caught us before this game came on.
Huh.
Hey, I'll tell you this, man. Look, you're the best series this weekend, because this is the first week. This is the first full week, weekend series of the year, right? So this is like week one. The best series is in Nashville. It's UCLA and Vanderbilt. They're starting today. I think at 4:30 is the first pitch, and they'll play tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. UCLA's been putting up like 21 runs a game. They're phenomenal. These are two top 10 teams. Yeah, it could be fun.
Okay, I'm trying to jump on that right now.
Hey, I'll tell you this too. Tomorrow starts the MLS season. Both teams to score bets. I'm telling you, we raked last year because these books don't know what they're doing with that either. Look, there are no good goalies in this league. Like, teams score constantly, right? So pay attention to that.
Why are there no good goalies in the MLS?
Because they all play international. Like, it's like a good pitcher.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a number one ace, like, you're playing international, man.
Yep. See, and everybody get on me. That's what I be trying to tell Pan. Like, he was like, man, why don't you just get into it? I was like, I can't, man, because I've seen it.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
got the
growing
man
over
in
here.
black thing going on.
No, it's growing.
Yeah.
It's growing, and I give them props. You know what I mean? I want to be there, and I just need an invite, a real invite.
Hey, I'll say this. If anybody's not really into soccer, like, MLS is awesome. It's fast paced. It's not slow at all. There's tons of scoring. There's tons of action. It honestly, like, it's perfect. If you don't like that slow European soccer style, this is a complete opposite. It's like dudes in the All-Star game shooting threes. It's constant. Man. It's great.
Uh-oh.
I can't even get on none of my betting sites. AB must have shut something down.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, they get nervous already.
So have you identified like a handful of baseball teams that you think are undervalued, or are you just kind of going series by series?
Like, how do you learn about them?
Yeah, so, really, like, I mean, it's just kind of like, it sounds dumb, but, I mean, it's just kind of like paying attention to these teams. Like, number one, pitching staffs. Like, your pitching staff has a ton to do with everything, right? So if you've got a good pitching staff, like, teams like that, they're tough to beat. LSU is a team like that. Tennessee's a team like that, right? Like, once they settle in, Tennessee might have the best pitching staff in the country, right? But also teams that can hit. Like, I know it sounds dumb, but, like, teams that could just put up runs and put up runs early. UCLA is a team like that. Southern Miss is a team that they don't put up a bunch of runs, but you're not scoring against them at all. Vanderbilt, great pitching staff. They're going to be a solid team this year as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, like, kind of paying attention, as you go. So just, like, right now, just kind of, like, watch the scoreboards, right? Like, just see who's taking care of business. Ole Miss is a good team. Auburn is another good one. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I see you, Babsy.
Where are you going?
It's basically SEC. Like, the SEC controls almost all of it.
I mean, 7 of the top 15 teams, right? In baseball. All right.
And then imagine you're adding Texas and Oklahoma. Oklahoma played the national championship last year, and Texas was in the College World Series. So there you go.
Yeah, it's simple. Just add them.
At Alabel247. Sportsline.com is the website. What do people get when they go there?
Yep. So, I mean, we're breaking down legitimately every single sport, anything that you're into. If you're into college baseball, we've got that. If you're into NASCAR, we've got college basketball, obviously getting ready for March Madness conference tournaments. The NBA started up last night. We got horse racing. We've got people like experts that are out at all of these horse races. Like, I'm telling you, whatever sport you're into, go to sportsline.com, check it out.
You tapping into the XFL any AB, or you just gonna bypass
Well,
it?
I watched it. Like, I'm not intelligent enough to, like, start making picks, but I'll say this: the Battlehawks are pretty well, set at quarterback, and they're a pretty solid coach team. Like, they're going to be probably the most bet team. But yeah, like, I'm not educated enough on it. Like what I was just talking about with college baseball. Like, that's what I have to do with XFL. I just got to, watch it more.
Right.
But I'll say this, like, they've leaned into gambling 100%. Like, It is on the broadcast. It's known. You can see it. It's really cool. They're doing the complete opposite of the NFL, which is smart, and people are taking advantage of it. Sure.
They've got the over-under on the scoreboard.
Dude,
It's listed on the scoreboard, and then it'll say, St. Louis -3. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all in. We're told we can talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, Don's right. Like, they're just going all in, and it's smart because, I mean, sports betting is a $40 billion business. Like, use it. Like, you can absolutely leverage that to get yourself ratings for sure.
Yep.
Battlehawks coach is Anthony Becht, a longtime NFL player, and their quarterback, A.J. McCarron.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's been playing good. Dude, McCarron's been playing nice, man.
AJ.
There you go. What about college basketball? Big weekend coming up. What do you think about the Vols, man? You find any value there?
Man, it's tough, man, because their offense is it's okay, but it's not where it needs to be. Their defense obviously is good. Man, they're just tough. Here's the thing. I hate to say it, but Tennessee is one of the most highly bet teams in the country, and you could use that to bet the other team. I hate to say it, but you could do it because you're going to get kind of pretty decent lines on the other side. But here's the dangerous part. Like, Tennessee's going to break out of that at some point. And you don't want to be the one sitting there holding the bucket, and they just crush.
Right.
So
that's why I asked about value, because their power numbers have come down, I would think, having lost 5 out of 7. And at some point, maybe it is Saturday when they get players back that they pop out of it.
Yep, you're 100%, man.
Hey, but you're totally right, dude. And I've been looking, especially going down the stretch, in the SEC in particular, when they put these double-digit point spreads out there, man, these people playing. They fighting for their lives. So, I took South Carolina and Alabama. I think Alabama gave them 12 and a half. Yeah, 17. I took them.
Yeah.
Yep. LSU the same way against Vanderbilt. I took that. You gotta dive on that, man. These people aren't covering all them points.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And look, it's we're not putting an indictment on any of these teams.
Right.
But they're giving you double digits. Dude, take it, man, because you're right. These are all rock fights. Yep. All rock fights.
Yep.
So you mentioned NASCAR. What are we doing this weekend?
I tell you what, man. NASCAR is a lot of fun. You could bet top 10. You could bet versus, racers in terms of that. But the best part about NASCAR is that it's generally it's a pretty chalk sport. You know what I mean? So your guys that are generally at the top are your guys that you want to bet, and you could take them in all kinds of different ways. It's kind of similar to golf. You know what I mean? So I'll tell you what, the person to bet right now is Kyle Larson. All right, this dude, he's just been all over. His first 4 Cup Series wins came on 2 Mile Track. That's where they're going to be at this weekend. Him, Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, and Kyle Busch. Those 5 names, you're going to get plus 500 or more on them to win. Spread it out in terms of top 10 bets. They'll all be plus money, and you could put multiple down and profit regardless if just one of them hits. So, yeah, those 5 dudes, bet on them for sure.
So you can almost treat NASCAR like betting golf, maybe?
Sort of? Yep, 100%. Yep, you can, because you're going to get such high numbers because there's so many participants. But you look at it, and it generally at the end of the day, the big name guys come through, and they might not win, but they'll finish top 5, top 10. So yeah, use those numbers in your favor, and got to give yourself some leverage there.
What about the NHL? Allan Bell 24/7 on Twitter. You mess around with that?
Yeah, I do, and I'll tell you what, man. If you want to take a look at my favorite bet in the NHL are prop bets on player points or goals. All right, Jason Robertson with the Dallas Stars. Connor McDavid with the Oilers. I swear these dudes have a goal every night, right? Those are good prop bets to bet. But you take a look, man, you've got some decent ones tonight. Buffalo and Florida is going to be solid. You've got Colorado and Winnipeg. You got the Oilers at Columbus here. Just hammer on the Oilers. They're going to put it on Columbus tonight.
While we got you, AB, what do you think about the Titans' moves and their ability to now get under the cap with some of these moves this week?
Yeah, it's been good, right? The question is, what's the plan for this year, right? Are you kind of going into a full rebuild? Are you just trying to, just kind of get through? I think the biggest question is, are Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry both going to be on this team? I'm not advocating for keeping or moving or anything like that. I'm fascinated to see what the plan is because I could see the team putting out some feelers of like if somebody would have some use for Derrick Henry. Like I could see that. I'm not saying they pull the trigger, but if you've got no offensive line, no wide receivers, and a running back that doesn't play on third down, like I just don't know. I don't know the value that he's going to bring, right? So I'm fascinated to see that. And again, I'm not saying trade him because we all love Derrick Henry, but
no, I'm with you. Like if they did trade him, like the compensation package, I think would be really interesting, and I think it would not be as much as a lot of people might think.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree with you, man. I agree.
AB, have a good weekend, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, AB.
Hey, y'all too. Be good. Thank you.
At Allan Bell 247, sportsline.com. NASCAR betting. Can you get into NASCAR betting?
I think it would take me to get into NASCAR betting in order to get into NASCAR if I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. To watch it at home on TV, I think I would have to be betting on it.
Yeah, races are kind of cool to just turn it on and then go do stuff around the house and just walk by every once in a while.
But if I was there, I think I would really be engaged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's totally
Those
different
are
right there.
fun to be at in person.
Yeah. Like I missed out last year. I won't miss out this year.
On the Grand Prix?
On the Music City Grand Prix. Uh-oh. People.
It's time for Slay's Liners.
Oh, jeez.
Brought to you by who, y'all?
Your mom and them.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Y'all didn't give it to me.
You have the wrong sheet in your hand.
Here.
Hold on.
No, he has it. It's the other hand.
I'm seriously staring at it through the window in your hand.
No, the other one.
Well.
So coming up tomorrow.
No, you're aware. Oh, yeah. I thought we was doing Music City Grand Prix.
No, Polar Plunge.
Let's
we
do
were
this
supposed
again.
to do that at 3:20.
Can we do this one more time? We apologize, everybody.
All right. Here we go.
Take 50.
Slay's Liners, presented by your mom and them.
What's happening, y'all? Listen up, man. The Polar Plunge has arrived. Join 104.5 The Zone and hundreds, thousands more like it, of other brave souls across the state for the coolest thing, cooler than a polar bear's toenails, you'll do in 2023. The 23rd Music City Polar Plunge is Saturday. That's tomorrow, February 25th at Nissan Stadium, right where the Titans play. For more info or to register, visit SpecialOlympics.org/Polar Plunge today, Babsy.
Okay, can I just say, when you ad lib, you can't change the numbers on something.
No.
It says join hundreds of other brave souls, and you just made it like
thousands,
millions, and thousands.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work that way. You can't change numbers.
No.
Yeah,
Slay is very confident in the positive that this community has.
That's right.
And
everybody
so
coming out for this
in
one.
Nashville.
Yeah, everybody. This ain't no lie. This is liner.
Hunk, what are you going to be wearing when you jump into the
Yes,
water?
by the way, Hunk is handling this for 3HL.
Buck Rising.
He's
Ain't
on
Buck
it.
going with him too?
Yes, Buck
Buck
is going.
can't swim.
Bert? Yeah.
A to Z, Buck.
Buck can't swim.
Literally, Buck cannot swim.
He almost drowned last year.
Yeah.
Seriously.
True
and
story.
you could,
They had
but
to
he
go
wore
get him.
sweats.
They had to go get him.
Of course you're going to drown if you have sweats on in a
school
pool.
people to go see him.
So I've got swimming shorts I'm going to rock.
Okay.
What kind?
Just a bikini brief? Like, what am I supposed to be in?
Yeah, Speedos. Like if you depending on what you're doing, you dive in a cannonball.
Dude, I wanted to do a backflip, or I wanted to do a front flip, or I wanted
they
to do
won't let
something
you.
wild, but the water's only like 3 feet deep.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go in at the right way.
Buck still almost drowned, and they had to get the emergency personnel to get him out.
Mind you, Buck's taller than 3 feet.
So,
What a clown.
Instead, I got swimming shorts I'm going to rock. I wanted to go shirtless, but the wife is refusing to let me go shirtless.
No.
Okay.
Tori.
She's refusing to let me go shirtless.
Hey, I'm with Tori on that.
No.
She says she's afraid that I'm going to get sick.
Listen, if
You're going to get sick with or without a shirt.
See? I thought it wouldn't be a big deal.
It's gonna be warm out there, right?
No, it's going to be
No.
like 50 degrees.
I thought it was supposed to be like 80 last
I guess
time.
Sunday it's supposed to warm up, right?
Yes, it's supposed to start, and it's also supposed to be raining tomorrow as well.
What time are you doing this on?
Between 12:30 and 1 o'clock is my jump time.
Yeah, I can. Your jump time.
Is there?
He
He sounds so official.
I can. You sound like we were talking about Babs jumping out of a plane, and my guy on on YouTube was like, "Yeah, worst jump I ever had in the military. I ended up landing on Kmart."
Yeah, Baylo in the chat.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Walmart.
No, he just landed on Kmart. He couldn't find a Walmart.
But I don't know about noon, but at 9 o'clock it's 49 and raining.
Oh, there you go, huh?
See, 49 and raining.
High
means
of
it's gonna-
50.
Yeah, it's going to be all of a total of like 35 degrees is how it's going to feel. It's going to feel
Nope.
great.
I know it's for charity, but nope.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something about standing up for yourself. If it were me and I was going in to do anything that had to do with a shirt coming off on the regimen that I'm on, this shirt's off. You hear me? And Chris ain't no stopping that. Tori ain't no stopping that. Babs ain't no stopping that. Telling y'all that right now. You think my shirt ain't going off? It's baby oil all over me before I'm going in that water.
At 50
Shining.
degrees, baby oil?
I don't care. I worked hard for this. You hear me?
Oh, you're doing it next year.
That's nope. That ain't. This is not my lane. Hunk does this. Hunk likes to do this.
I do. I do.
See what I'm saying?
I'm so
now, why would I
excited.
take that from Hunk?
I'm so pumped.
No, you can do it with him.
Yeah, come on.
Y'all can put baby oil on each other.
Yeah, except for
Hey,
Slave's going to be in Charlotte.
let's
Thank you,
redo
Yor.
that entire
See, I
sentence.
won't even be here.
Stop.
I won't even be here. Thank you, Yor, for coming to your
hey,
boy's rescue.
Hunk,
She's
isn't there?
talking about just signing me up for stuff.
I already signed you up for the half marathon. Hey, Hunk,
Yes.
don't you have a website where we can go donate for your campaign?
Absolutely, you do. Matter of fact, it's all of us. We have a campaign for 1045 The Zone.
Okay.
And I'm going to actually tweet it out right now at 3HL's account so that you can see it where it's at, where you go. So go to 3HL 1045 and I'm tweeting out the link right now so that you can donate for our jump tomorrow.
Is
we
it
still
all
have-
of 1045 or can I
Yes.
specifically say this is for Hunk?
The link goes to all of us.
Okay.
So it's all for us, but if you just want to throw in a comment that I'm just doing this for Joe, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But
you're
yes.
like all for us, all for one.
Yeah.
For all the listeners out there, and feel free to at the end of that in the comments put Hunk. We would love for you to go shirtless. Just saying, you know.
Did
I'm
you
not
tweet
saying
it yet?
Yes, I just tweeted it. I'm not saying I'm also not going to call an audible once I get up there.
Oh, but Hunk, you gotta go home.
No, because you know what?
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, my wife, 32 weeks pregnant. There is not a short fuse. There is no fuse. So,
Well, we're very
Is she
thankful
going to a
that
moment's
she's
peace today?
32 weeks pregnant.
yeah, she's 30.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm baby's healthy. Everybody's good. No,
right.
she says she'll be rushed because she thinks I'm going to rush her. So she's going to do it next time she comes up, but she is going to do it before the
Tori.
baby comes.
I would not go shirtless. You got to ride home with her. And home, for those that don't know, is in Huntsville. It's not like in, the nations.
My only thing about that though is when you go with the shirt, it's kind of like
It's actually colder when you get out.
Yeah.
and you more
Wet
like,
shirt on your body is colder than if you didn't have a shirt on.
the less clothes the better. When you're around water, this is my take. I
think I
don't
can
care
talk
about the
about
heat or the cold.
Words to live by.
What if Robert, me, and Buck all go shirtless?
Buck's ready. I know what Buck been doing. He been on the ground. Buck can't wait to show his
Are
body.
you saying Robert's not ready to go shirtless?
Burt could give two Shianos.
Yeah, Bert doesn't care.
Burt will come out with the Winnie the Pooh off the top.
Yeah.
And dive off in that thing. You going with a cast of characters, huh?
Oh, I'm
I
ready.
hope you're ready.
I am totally ready.
He's part of the cast of characters.
This is very true.
That's true.
I mean, Robert might be the most sane person in that group.
He actually may not be wrong about that.
This is straight. That man ate an onion.
Dude, I was ready to jump in the Cumberland before I even knew what we were doing.
I was
Yeah, we
worried about
nixed
you.
that real quick for you.
Well, you just go splat if you jump in the Cumberland. I mean,
Land on the
there's
top
no
of a car?
Yeah, no, there's just no give there.
Yeah, and there's all kind of other stuff you gonna go splat on when you jump in there. It's full of splat, in the Cumberland.
So 12:30 to 1 o'clock.
Mickey calls it the Scumberland.
See what I'm saying? Who wants to jump in that?
Oh man! All right,
Green juice.
Everybody talking about Russell Wilson wanting to get everybody fired. That's next. 310 1045 The Zone. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slade.
We're in the building. We're in the building.
That is true.
That's right.
Russell Wilson wanted some people out of the building.
Waddle. And who?
So I'm trying to find like his tweets about this while I'm
his versions. Let's see.
Hi,
I
Babs.
can hear myself.
No,
Yes,
you
yes.
were off.
Oh, why you turn me off, Hunk?
You want Hunk to turn you on.
Get your turning me on.
It's
Hold
better
on.
than me and Slade putting baby oil on each other, like she said a minute ago.
Oh,
Man,
that's why he didn't turn my. See, his little get back at you. That's what it's going on. Okay, I got you, Hunk. I got you. Good job.
Good job, Hunk.
Thank you. I've never had that one before.
There was a report.
I've got Russell Wilson's tweets.
Okay, good.
If you want to tell the initial
So
story,
I can stop talking about
yes.
your microphone. Excuse me. There was a report in The Athletic today that former Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson asked the Seahawks to fire both Coach Pete Carroll and General Manager John Schneider. That was reportedly in February of last year. The response from the Seahawks was to trade him.
Russell Wilson said that ain't true.
So
That's not true.
He didn't want him fired.
This was his tweet 9 hours ago now.
Okay.
I love Pete, and he was a father figure to me, and John believed in me and drafted me as well. I never wanted them fired. All any of us wanted was to win. I'll always have respect for them and love for Seattle. Then his next tweet, focused on moving forward. Best is ahead.
Well, the best could be ahead with Sean Payton, but that doesn't skip past the fact that you wanted him fired if you did.
If you were on a team where like one of the players had an office up around like the front office personnel, how would that go over in the locker room, do you think?
Like, where do you meet? Is that where you meet with him? Like, can I not talk to him at his locker? Do I have to arrange meetings at his office? Like, what's your...
I've got an opening at 12:45.
Yeah, what is your office for, though? Like, that's what I need to know. Like, are you watching extra film up there? Are you up there so you won't be disturbed? Like, it's got to be something to it. You don't just have an office as a player.
I just pulled up a story that said, report Russell Wilson agreed to stop using personal office and join the Broncos locker room. So you're right. I guess he wasn't even in the locker room.
No. Nope.
Here's
I
the
ain't settling
story.
for that.
Here's the story from The Athletic. Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson was issued his own personal office upon joining the team last year, but the veteran signal caller reportedly agreed to give it up late in the season.
He was separate from the team?
Man, it sure does feel like a hit piece, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. According to Kalen Kaler, Mike Sando, and Jason Jinks. There's a lot of alliteration there. I don't know what Sando's doing, but he's in that group. Of The Athletic, Broncos coaches had a talk with Wilson following the firing of head coach Nathaniel Hackett that led to Wilson agreeing to give up his office.
Nathaniel!
And to no longer have his personal support staff in the building for the final 2 weeks of the season.
Now, y'all blowing my mind right now.
If true, this is, the epitome of diva behavior.
If fantasy, this is still blowing my mind. Like this, I can't make that. Me, Babs, Earl, and Hunk come into the studio.
This sounds like a joke.
This walks into a bar
the
joke.
Broncos last season?
This is.
Yeah. Me, Babs, Hunk, and Slade walk into a bar. Hope Hines takes his watch off.
Says, hold this. Who runs? But now listen. So we come into the studio at 1:30 to prep for the show, right? So we get in there. I tell y'all, hey, y'all going to get it together. I'm gonna go into my office
With my personnel.
with my own personnel. We gonna get our show together, and I come back and team up with
They
y'all.
don't even work for the station.
Yeah,
They just work for you.
Matter of fact, I'll just meet y'all up in the studio at 3. I ain't even coming to get my notes together with y'all. It's just, I can't believe this, man. That's too. I'm gonna give Russell Wilson a little bit more leeway on this.
Per The Athletic, Wilson was granted the rare perk of having his own office when he arrived after a trade from the Seahawks, and several Broncos veterans were fine with it because Wilson was at the team facility for long hours. Wilson reportedly said he had an open door policy for his office.
See, yeah, stuff like that.
You asked this, and welcomed any players at any time to discuss plays or football in general. Former Broncos running back Melvin Gordon added that anything that went on in the office was just strictly football.
What?
Hey, Babs, you got a minute? Can I holler at you? Like,
despite Wilson's willingness to talk football with his teammates at any time, an anonymous coach thought the dichotomy was an issue, saying, quote, "So are you a coach or are you a player? Your open door should be you sitting in the locker, at your locker."
Exactly. Open door? Fool.
It was also noted that his office was on the second floor with coaches and executives.
See, they should.
Well, yeah, because where else is his office going to be?
Well, the players rarely ventured to the second floor.
Okay, but
you don't go see the suits unless you are told you have to see the suits.
Trying to stay away from them doors.
So part of me, though, is like, okay, if he's first one in, last one out, who cares? I'd give him an office, too, so he can do his film work and whatever. Doesn't he have like 4 kids now?
Babsy.
I'm just saying.
You don't get
if he's going to stay there.
Boy, you better get in the film room. Ain't nobody in there bothering you. Ain't nobody bothering you. You're not getting no office. See, that's the team I need to be on. Because one of us got to go. Because I'm going to play all kind of pranks. Lock the door, put Vaseline on the door handle, like put a bucket above the door every time he come in, water fall on. Like all kind of little practical jokes. Since you want to alienate yourself from the locker room, we got to bring the locker room to your office then.
This is a great quote from Jerry Jeudy. I didn't feel any type of change other than he had been in the locker room a lot. He was in there a lot more now that he wasn't in his office.
See what I'm saying? Maybe it was good. Maybe he was in the locker room getting on people's nerves. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe they didn't want to deal with all the stuff he was doing on a plane. They're like, just get out of here.
Yeah, go do them exercises in your office. See, hey, man, that's a wild boy if that's the case, man. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's a good story, though, because we can talk about it, but if this man was in the locker room,
You're right, though. Like, even if the story's not real, it's funny.
It is. Like, listen to that.
But doesn't it feel like a hit piece, though?
What's a hit piece?
I don't know. It feels like they have enough people that they talked with for this to be right.
That's the other part, because these are his peers. I'm believing the peers.
He was in the locker room more because he wasn't in his office.
Dude.
About a quarterback.
So can you imagine, how playful athletes are, especially in the locker room? Can you imagine like when he coming out and everybody get quiet, somebody just blurt out, "Hey man, go to your office, man." Everybody trying to talk to you. Go on out of get out of here, man. See?
Open door policy.
And ain't nobody opening it. You might as well close that door. We ain't coming up there. Man, I would be doing so much
You'd
crazy
be messing
stuff
with him
all day long. Like walk up and down the hall playing a guitar.
Like if Vincent Yarborough, back when you were playing at Tennessee, had an office.
Listen, man, my boy know I would be up there clowning. I mean, man, dude, I'd be sitting outside with a straw, blowing spit, what is it? The little spit balls on the window. I'd be sitting there doing that the whole time. Why he's sitting up and watching film in your office? Don't nobody take your office serious.
Tennessee and South Carolina playing in Knoxville tomorrow. Slay, do they have a chance? Don't answer now. Answer when we come back. 3HL 5 o'clock hour next.
Hey, man, you want to get in my office? Come on down. I got an open door policy. And better than that, like Awaken 180, I got something better than that. You can lose on this weight loss journey. Come on and join your guy, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm all over the city. I'm letting people know, yes, Big Slay is slim. I'm down from 300 down to a beautiful 269 right now. And I'm going to get down lower than that, man. I'm going to get back in playing shape. I'm going back to vertically dunking. How I'm going to do it? I'm going to keep tapping in with Coach Sam. You get your own coach. Your coach can talk you through anything. When you're struggling, when you fall off the wagon, when you eat something you feel like you shouldn't have ate, they're going to help you get back on it, man. And it's real easy to do. All you got to do is hit up 844-346-1800. 844-346-1800. Get your consultation going right then and there, and I guarantee you, It will be everything you want and more. We'll not let you down. Vacations coming up, work, parties, holidays, it don't matter. You can prep for all that. You can know exactly what you're walking into. Online at awaken180weightloss.com. Come join your boy on this journey.
Good evening from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. Basketball-wise, this weekend, you have South Carolina traveling to Tennessee to take on the Vols. That game is tipping off at 5 o'clock. Pregame begins right here on 104.5 at 4:30. Vanderbilt, they're going to be hosting Florida. Right now, Vanderbilt 8-7 in conference. Florida 7-8 in conference. That game also tips off at 5 o'clock, and you can watch that on ESPN2. Both Tennessee and Vanderbilt are playing baseball right now. Tennessee hosting Dayton, currently up 8-2. Vanderbilt and UCLA just now getting started over on Vanderbilt's campus at Hawkins. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once, and your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Trash Talk Friday for you in the Music City. Brent Doherty with you. I've got my team here. Don Davenport, smiling face.
That's Bunk. That's Bunk. Twitch, please. Twitch, please. Twitch, please.
I don't think. There we go. There we go.
Listen to her. She loves the sound of her own voice.
Oh, yeah. Just like nails on a chalkboard. Happy Friday to you people.
You had a little New York to you there with that chalkboard. You going back to New England?
No. And don't pet the horse.
You've been very playful today.
Playful?
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
No, it doesn't.
You're playful.
You're so playful. That's like, you're so dainty.
Yes, you are dainty also. You were doing stuff with your hands earlier. You're just kind of, I don't know, playful today.
She's like having a good time, huh?
See, this is how I get her to not be playful.
Yeah.
Point out the fact that she's been playful.
Yeah. Now I feel like I have to be like obnoxious.
Yeah.
You've been harsh.
I mean,
No. What about it? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Anthony
So,
Richardson.
no.
The Anthony Richardson segment. Yeah, she went at Slay a little. Like, Slay couldn't even get words out of it.
Slay was taking a breath, and Don was already saying no before he could ask the
He
question.
goes, no, he goes, so I was like, nope.
We're not going to do this.
Don't.
No.
See? Playful. He's Ron Slay.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Hey, I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the
I like it.
building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Sometimes you got to go original.
It's like it's like a band could play that.
Uh-oh, there goes the shoulders.
I'm here too.
Ron Slay,
I'm here.
bringing
I'm here
sexy
too.
back.
Hey, I'm telling y'all. Look, listen. If you're on camera, if you're watching on Zone TV,
You're on camera.
I know.
Look at
that, y'all.
Hitchcock is going.
I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be hey, right now. This baby Hitchcock. This used to be Hitchcock.
He's rubbing his belly
Now.
for those listening in the car.
Now look it up.
So the
You're not
Hitchcock
missing
is the
much.
silhouette of
Look
Alfred
at it. Look
Hitchcock.
at it. Look at it. Look, see.
And Alfred Hitchcock, for those that don't know, wrote like some horror type films. Directed, produced, all those things. And he always had his silhouette, and he had a big gut in the silhouette.
Yeah, that was like me.
You think we should do the entire segment with that beat behind it?
No, I'm already tired
That's
of
some
it.
straight top 40 radio right there. Welcome back right now.
Oh, come on, hit it,
Justin
Hunk.
Timberlake on the ones and twos.
Hit that voice, Hunk.
Coming up this weekend, we got a bunch of fun things you can come out there.
Could
and
he
join
not
us.
do like a top 40 station
Absolutely.
DJ type work?
Absolutely.
Most
What's he
definitely
doing slumming it on Sports Talk Radio?
He most definitely could.
Sad thing is I used to do top 40.
I
See?
totally can hit.
My first 10 years in radio was
That's
in
not
top
sad,
40.
Hunk.
So who was out back then? Color Me Bad?
No, a matter of fact, the first hit that I remember while I was on the radio, Slay, Rihanna, Ponde Replay.
Ponde Replay.
That was the very first hit that I could actually remember. That and
like
some
it.
Rob Thomas song.
I like it. I like it. I like that. Riri.
615-737-1045. Before we get into some topics, I want to get Slay's take on Tennessee. Maybe they've got the guys back. I don't know. We'll talk about that. But Tom in South Carolina, next up on 3HL. Tom.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, thanks for waiting for me, man. Hey, that's great. Hey, I wanted to come in from left field with an observation, and I want you to salivate it and check it out next week. But Dawn Staley, and I'm not a Gamecocks fan. I'm more Clemson by marriage, meaning when Clemson wins, my chances for intimacy go up. You know what I mean? But
that is definitely not a line I thought I would hear today.
That's the machine no one's talking about. I wanted to bring it up, and I wanted to see how she compares to Pat Summitt and her metrics. So, hey, look, I just want to throw that out there, and I'm done, man. I appreciate you guys. I listen every day.
No doubt, bro.
Hey, thanks for waiting.
No, we ain't got to wait till next week to answer that. We can answer that now.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Later.
Right. Later.
Let me put him on hold since he's in South Carolina. Well,
Cheech and Chong just joined us.
Yeah, we like
Cheech and Chong?
Dude,
why we got to answer that next week?
I don't know. He's funny.
No, it was great.
I like it. Tom, you got to call back.
All right, here is Dawn Staley's resume. Two-time NCAA tournament champion as a coach. Four-time NCAA region Final Four.
Yep.
So 4 Final Fours, 2 national titles.
Are you looking at just as a coach?
Yes, as a coach.
Okay. Not as a player.
2 national titles, 4 Final Fours, 6 SEC tournament championships, 6 SEC regular season championships, 2-time Naismith Coach of the Year, AP National Coach of the Year, 5-time SEC Coach of the Year.
Yeah, so if she stay on that trajectory to 2030, yeah, we'll talk about it.
There's no leakage though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
mean?
But like Pat, what Coach Summer did in the 90s,
Yeah.
like ain't no.
Well, 7 national
But
titles.
we just talking about
too,
coaching.
right?
Yeah, we just talking about coaching. We ain't talking about the player. Yeah, we that conversation ain't
I'll
not
tell you-
even to be had yet.
I'll tell you who's been
Dawn
affected.
has to win more national titles to have that conversation.
Yeah, all she got to do is just dominate this decade, and then we can start talking about it. Like what she did, what Coach Summer did in the 90s was unprecedented.
Yep.
Like with no question.
But the game was different then too. You can make this argument because of what Pat Summitt did in the 90s. And so now the game, there's more competitive programs, there's more competitive teams because of what Pat Summitt did.
I asked her one time about that. Did you feel a responsibility to kind of put college basketball on your shoulders? And she said that's overstating it because there were a lot of other great coaches, but that certainly was on my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is
opportunities
why,
for women.
Yes.
Is why she said that.
And she absolutely made women's basketball better. And so you can almost make the argument it's harder to do what Pat did back then now because of what Pat did back then.
When she got to Tennessee.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. When she got to Tennessee, she put up flyers looking for players from the student body. All right, you want Pat's resume? 8-time national champion as a coach. 18 Final Fours.
Oh, my gosh.
16 SEC tournament championships. 16 SEC regular season championships. She was given the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah. Naismith Coach of the Century. 5-time Coach of the Year. AP Coach of the Year. 8-time SEC Coach of the Year. There you go.
And so
you go on and on.
Only reason I was ready, I was thinking about this like 2 weeks ago when I was watching Dawn Staley and when they were getting ready to play LSU because the hoopla
and
surrounding
the
that game,
on that
it was
game
crazy.
Were off the charts.
It was on
it was
Super
the
Bowl.
second most watched sporting event.
Exactly. That was on the same
women's basketball.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That was on Super Bowl Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So for it to get to that point without question, that's why I started thinking about it. But what she did in the 90s with so many other programs able to go get players and keep them at home, man, that I'm tipping my cap to her. That was impressive.
I think it's fair to say that Dawn Staley is the face of women's college basketball
Without
now.
question. Without question.
I mean, people come at me with Gino, but
that's
Dawn Staley.
That's who's been affected the most by her because his thing is, I mean, she's taken over.
And then what I also think is,
he's still competitive
by
on
losing
the elite level, but
right. But by losing Coach Summitt, by losing Pat, he was affected as well because with her passing away, that rivalry and intensity with the spotlight being on Tennessee and UConn was, man, that was next level. Yeah. So with Pat falling off of that, it was kind of left him, and Don Staley passed that. Mm-hmm. It's about Don Staley. Like, they got what Coach Gino had. Mm-hmm. They got that All-Americans backing up All-Americans backing up All-Americans.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is crazy to watch the depth on their team. Like, hey, man, it's different. And I salute it. I love what Coach Staley is doing. I'm loving the fashion about it. Like, you talking about somebody fly. We talk about how Coach Stackhouse is fly on the sideline.
Yeah, he is.
You want to watch somebody fly, go watch Don Staley and what she wearing on that sideline.
She'll get after her girls.
Oh, every bit of it. Mm-hmm. No, a dog. On the court, off the court, it is what it is. And she shot one with love. So, no, it's yeah. I love where the game is headed. I think she's doing tremendous things. And I'm going to tell you somebody else, just on the sneak tip. And they may say I'm biased, but I don't care. Keep your eye on Carol Lawson.
Oh, yeah.
Keep your eye on Carol Lawson.
People have said she's going to be a star.
She's
so
hovering
smart,
right under the
forever.
Keep your eye on Carol Lawson.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on Carol Lawson.
My great-grandfather got put into the University of Tennessee. Remember they started doing like a football Hall of Fame?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was all sport. They started doing an all-sports Hall of Fame, and that first one he got put in. Carol Lawson was there. We spent a lot of time with her. Man, she's smart.
Man.
By the way, UConn last won the national title in 2016. So since then,
it's been that long.
Yeah, South Carolina, Notre Dame, Baylor, Stanford, and South Carolina.
And see, that's the thing.
And UConn ain't winning it this year. I'll tell you that.
The West Coast team's been having ballers in the women's game,
yeah.
But now it's on the way back. You know, the Stanfords, the USC getting the girl. Is it USC? I want to say it's USC getting the girl next year. Lord have mercy, this young lady. We'll be talking about this.
I know there's some controversial Kim Mulkey chat, but she's has helped to really build.
It's plenty
women's college basketball.
Carolyn Peck, who stays right here in Nashville.
Yep.
Carolyn Peck's one of them. Like, hey man, it's a long lineage, man.
Hey, just you know, for a little fun, Dawn Staley versus Pat Summitt.
Mm-hmm.
Staley took over at South Carolina in 2008.
Darn, that long ago?
Mm-hmm. Faced Summitt 8 times before Pat retired, and the Gamecocks won just one of those meetings, and it was Pat's final year.
So, to that point, and I know we got a break. To that point,
For those listening, Hunk told us to break like 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's even more impressive because you can see now that we're in 2023 what Dawn Staley is building. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It took a minute for Coach Summitt to build.
She's been there 14
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
By the way, even if you don't like women's basketball, if you have a chance to watch Iowa play, you need to see Caitlin Clark play. She is averaging 27 points and 8 boards per game. And she averaged 27 last year and 27 her freshman year.
And she'll shoot from right here, Yor. She'll shoot from right here in the studio and make it. Like, it's
crazy. Yeah. 6 foot.
Golly, what's up, Women Hoops? I see y'all out there.
Des Moines, Iowa. Yeah, you didn't have this on the list. Women's Hoop Talk today.
Come on, you got to do better.
I failed you guys. Yeah.
All right, more 3HL, and we will get Slay's take on Tennessee, South Carolina. Take more of your phone calls. Sandy in Bellevue has a random question, and we'll go from there. 615-737-1045. Trash Talk Friday, presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com.
What's happening, people? You can play the game all you want to with heating and cooling, but me and Babsy will not do it. We know it's hot outside. Then today is cool outside. You better have a functioning unit out there. If you don't, you're in trouble.
I know, but if you don't, you at least have Spring Hill Heating and Cooling to call. The heating and cooling company that can take care of all of your HVAC needs. If you needed them to fix your air when it was 80 degrees yesterday, call them. If you needed them to fix your heat when it's cold and like 40-something today, call them. They can do all of it. And this is what I love about them. They have over 20 years experience, but it's a family business, Slay. We know. We hung out with the family.
We did. We most definitely did. Kevin and them, that's our family now. And you got to understand, you're probably like, man, but I can't bring them out, man. I don't have nothing extra to give them right. No, don't worry about that. You need repair work. They offer free service calls with their repairs plus low monthly payments on those repairs. And if you do need a new unit, Spring Hill Heating and Cooling offers 60 months. Yep, Babsy will let you know that. But they're proud to be a York Certified Comfort Expert company and always backed up by a 10-year parts and labor warranty on York products.
Yes, here's the deal. They get out there right away. When you have issues, they get their problems resolved quickly and accurately. They care about you. Let them help you. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. Go visit them online. You can do everything there. SpringHillAC.com. Slay.
Call them.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Talking about Pat Summitt in the last segment. Didn't anticipate that conversation, but glad we did. You okay? Yeah. Babs? What is going on over here? Hey, hold it together. You got to travel.
I just nailed my funny bone. Not funny. I just snapped my own head with my headphones.
There's a lot going on over there. Ugh. Well, we were talking about Pat Summitt, and that made me think of an interview that Mickey Ryan and I did when we were hosting a show called Overtime before 3HL existed. And on Tuesdays, we were on 9 to midnight. And so I reached out to Pat and asked her if she would come on. She's like, of course, yes, I'll do it. I was like, well, we're on like 10 to 1 your time.
Oh, my gosh.
And she was like, it doesn't matter. I'll do it. She's like, just make sure you go through Debbie Jennings was the sports information director for the women back then. And one time I didn't go through her because Pat was that way. Like you could just text her and, she'll do anything for you. And so, Debbie got hot at me one time. So I was like, yeah, I'm texting Debbie. Don't worry about it. But anyway, she came on. And during the course of this, what was it, Hunk, 15-minute conversation? You just found it. Mickey asked her what she wanted her legacy to be. And we're going to play that cut for you in just a minute. But Hunk's looking for, maybe what's behind that cut and what's
How long ago was this?
Well, I mean, 3HL's 2010, so it was 2008, 9, somewhere in there.
Hey, man, that's going to be a blast from the past, boy.
Yeah.
It'll be wild to hear her voice.
Man, that's exactly. Like,
So I was majoring in broadcasting at Tennessee, and we had a project where you could interview anybody you wanted to interview. And so I wanted to interview Pat Summitt. So I called Debbie Jennings and I said, hey, I'm a student. Here's our assignment. Do you think, because I'm like, might as well shoot for the top, right? I'm like, do you think she would do it? And she said, yeah. And so we went back and forth, and she said, look, she's speaking to a group at the University Center one night at like 7 o'clock or whatever. When it's done, we'll go across the hallway at the UC, the old UC at Tennessee, and there's a room there. We'll just close the door, and you can do whatever. You can interview or whatever. And so that all went down just like that. So we go in that room, and it's just me and her. And she was like,
how nervous were you?
Oh, I mean, the only other time I was that nervous in this business, we had a chance to interview Don Mattingly. He was in town for something at Greer Stadium for the Sounds. And he couldn't do it by phone. So I had to, as producer, like I was doing Joe's job. Joe, who's Joe? Hunk's job. And so I went over to Greer Stadium, and I'm in the press box interviewing Donnie baseball, okay? And I can see my hand shaking while he's answering questions.
Yeah.
That was crazy. No, Pat was one of these people, like there are very few people that you can feel their presence when they come in the building or in the room, and she's one of those people, right? So I felt that initially, but she's so disarming. And she knew as a student doing this project that I was probably pretty nervous, right? Like, so she was phenomenal. She treated me like I worked for the New York Times or something.
Hey, man, the cold thing is Coach Summitt is disarming when she wants to be. Because she got to look when you sit down. She'll make you nervous when you just passing her in the hallway talking. Until you, like, meet her 2 or 3 more times and she recognizes you, like, it's still that feeling like, oh, man. Almost like, maybe I should go the other way. I shouldn't walk past her. Like, man, hey, woo. You're right. Like, that's what you want in coaches, though, man. Like, people that carry that aura, like when they walk in the room, they got a glow about themselves, man. Like, I'm telling you, Former had that, and I'm talking about in the 90s, like early 2000s. Former had that. Coach Summitt had that. Cut had that. Like, it's certain people, man, they walk in and you like, dang, hold on, let me sit up because I don't know what may happen right here. Hey, boy.
Coach K.
Coach K. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, some people that carry themselves a little bit differently.
Now, this one ended a little differently, but now he's doing work at Iona. Another guy that had complete presence when he walked in the room, Rick Pitino came in the studio one time. Oh, my.
I can believe it.
I saw him at the Kentucky Derby once.
You did?
Yeah.
On Millionaire's Row. Babs
Yep.
with her $1,000 hat that she wore
There
once.
it is.
If anyone needs to borrow it, let me know.
You got it on
I
deck.
got to get my money's worth out of that dang thing.
All right, props to Hunt, because I feel like we just need to hear from Pat real quick. I don't know, like sometimes, I don't know, sometimes things are God things to me. But anyway, props to Hunt for finding this. This is Pat Summitt with me and Mickey Ryan on Overtime back in 2008 or 9, somewhere in there. And this is a few questions and answers. One of them, though, which is the highlighted thing, is what do you want your legacy to be? Check it out.
Well, Lady Vol basketball coach Pat Summitt with us in Overtime 104.5 The Zone. I've known you a long time, and it looks like I'm going to know you professionally, at least through 2014. The contract runs through 2014. I know Lady Vol fans are excited about that. Women's basketball fans are excited about that. After all of these years and after all of this winning, I'm curious to know, Coach Summitt, what still drives you?
I just love working with young women and trying to bring out the absolute best, and I love winning. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that, winning, I understand what I get paid to do. And, when we win, it's not about the coaching staff. It's about the players. It's about our fans. Our fans are the greatest. They're so engaged. And I would tell both of you that it's just been, for me, it's been a challenge coming off of what happened last year, but it's also been a great, great motivation and incentive for all of us.
You're certainly an ambassador for the sport. I'm wondering if there's any pressure that goes along with that. Do you feel any pressure to kind of lift the game up?
Well, I felt a lot of pressure early on. Now I feel like it's more of an opportunity to help these young women be successful. And it's not only on the basketball court, it's in life. One of the first things we do is ask our players to write a letter of recommendation when they come in as freshmen to their first place of employment, where they would like to be employed right after they leave the University of Tennessee. Some of them say they want to go and obviously play in the WNBA, but a lot of them want to be doctors, nurses. I mean, we've had 3 doctors go through our program. We've had a number of nurses. It's just interesting to see that they write down their goals, and so many of them reach their goals.
Coach, Brent told me before we had you on, he said, I want to ask her what's still driving her at this point with all the success she's had. And I told him, my biggest question for you is, when you leave the game, you will leave as, arguably the greatest basketball coach, certainly the winningest in basketball history, college basketball history. But when you hear people talk about Pat Summitt and your players talk about you, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to say about Coach Pat Summitt?
That I really cared about the student athletes, and it was, the most important thing is them getting their degree. I hope they win championships. I love winning, but just so that they leave here as self-sufficient young women that can make it in life. You never know what's going to happen. And I experienced that myself with my own personal life. You never know. And what I want them to take with them is that they have the confidence and the abilities to be able to go out and do it on their own if necessary. And I think they have those skills, and I think they have that confidence and that competitive drive to be successful.
Man.
100% graduation rate. 100%.
Wow. That's something else sitting there listening to us speak, man.
That's why y'all always have to give me some grace. Every time we have a former Lady Vol on, I have to ask about Pat Summitt's impact on them.
Well, every single one wants you to ask.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason.
Yeah.
Because of the impact.
Yeah. I think, man, they walk through life as a reflection, all of them.
Mm-hmm. And they're proud of it.
Yeah, without question.
Well, that's a great sentence.
Without question.
They walk through life as a reflection.
Yeah. Like it ain't no question. All of them that I've ever met, been able to be around. Like it's.
Yeah, you're tight with that group.
Hey man, hey, Pat.
That Lady Vol world, you're right up in there.
Yeah, they're my dogs right there. Yeah, no question. That's all right.
615-737-1045. Just had to share. I couldn't remember what her exact answer was there.
Wow.
Wasn't about basketball, was it?
No.
Nope. But you knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy in Bellevue next up on 3HL. Sandy, what's up?
Hello, Mayor. Would you mind if I asked Dawn and Ron a question, please?
Please do so.
Well, gladly. Two-part question for the two of you, since both of you are ex-superb athletes. Considering your age and your careers and everything, how long would it take the two of you to get into what you would consider prime shape? And then also, second part, if you took the job and the family responsibilities out of it and just concentrated on getting in what you'd consider prime shape, how long would that take you? And what part of that would be cardio? And just, I'm trying to learn something from you two. So if you don't mind, I'll hang up and listen.
Interesting.
Okay, so if
By the way, Hunk's note was random question.
yeah, that's good.
That is random.
Yep. If you had to take the family out of it, how long would it take to get into shape? In prime shape?
Like that is your only job, is to get back into playing shape.
Playing shape and prime shape. Well, me, I'm speaking
Are they
myself.
not the same?
No, I'll never get back to prime shape. That's over with. You ain't getting back to no prime shape. That's 30.
That's how I am.
28 to 35.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that gap. That's peace.
Yep.
But playing shape, yeah, that part over. But playing shape, I'd say, man, with nothing else to worry about, I'd say 2.5 months. To be able to get out there and go play a full game, 2.5, 3 months.
I was about to say a summer. Like, just give me the summer.
That's 2.5, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like, you know what I mean, end of May, going into June, all of July, and you ready to play in August? Yeah. I think so. I say the half, I say 2.5 just because you got to give room for, you're going to have some kind of injury pop up where you're going to have to take about 4 or 5 days to recover.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So
I would say 2. I'd say 2 months. If you take out all the other responsibilities that take your time away. But I think you're right. Like, and I've had a baby recently, so not recently, but I still like to at least claim like baby weight.
And you can. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. She'll be 3 this summer, but I still I'm still working on that. I just had her. Still working on getting rid of that baby weight.
Yeah.
No, but it totally changes your entire body.
Yeah,
like
no
it's crazy. Not to get into a woman conversation here, but like I have always had joint pain, like knee pain and stuff like that after playing volleyball. And also you have to remember, not that I'm trying to age myself, as I have a birthday tomorrow again.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Babsy.
But back in my day, they didn't have like the sport courts.
Back in my day.
I know, right? They didn't have like the fancy courts that you play volleyball on that help your knees and your joints. They didn't have the shoes nowadays that they have that help cushion, all of that. And so I feel like I have like serious knee back aches, and I feel like that has just gotten worse.
She makes it sound like she was playing in Converses back in the 1950s.
Hey, we were. Like, I think I played in Asics.
Asics was the shoe.
Yeah.
Asics was the shoe.
And then we upgraded to Mizuno, which is like a definite volleyball brand. So
all right, let's take a quick break, and then we'll get Slay's take on Tennessee and South Carolina.
So 2.5 months.
Here we go.
There you go, Sandy.
Yeah, here we go again, Babs. Also, Jeremy wants to talk about Pat Summit, Bud, Mark. We'll do our best. If you guys can move quickly, we'll try to get everything done. As we roll through the Trash Talk Friday edition of 3HL, presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com.
Listening to me, bettors, you spend valuable time thinking about which bets to place each week. Well, why wouldn't you want the best company in the business to be the one who handles those bets? That's right, Superbook Sports That's the most trusting name in Las Vegas, and it's live right here in Tennessee for all your sports wagering needs. Superbook has a team of dedicated odds makers behind the counter in Las Vegas setting all of their prices. We're talking about the guys with decades of experience, showing you why your Superbook has the best odds around. And right now, you can look ahead to all the sports you got coming down, which is hockey. You got the hoops tournament. You got a little bit of everything. You got XFL if you want to dive into it, postseasons, and you can place a bet on who you think will bring home that title. So download the Superbook Sports app or visit superbook.com to wager and win today. Visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-889-9789. Book it!
Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you.
What
so
up,
Tennessee,
Doc?
South Carolina, can Tennessee find some momentum? May have a couple guys back.
And if they do, my stance stands with the Tennessee Volunteers. If they have everybody back, I don't care if they 70%, 80%, 90%, 100%. They got them back. They got a full unit. They're going to win this game. I did hear Lucas Panzica saying that they should blow this team out. I don't believe anybody should blow anybody out going down the stretch of seasons because the coaches that are in place.
It's like Casey Alexander said, you are who you are. We all know who each other is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The film is out. And then you're playing for your lasting memory of that season. If you're not going into postseason play, you're still going to play hard. So I don't expect them to blow South Carolina out. Now, can it? Yes, they can. But do I expect them? No. I would say a double-digit win, 12, 14, 16, that's acceptable. It ain't got to be 30 or 40.
I think they just need to win a game.
Yeah, that too. You know what I mean? Like they were saying last month, just 1 month ago, they beat them by 40. This ain't the same South Carolina team, and this ain't the same Tennessee team. Mm-hmm. And it's that simple.
Thank you, Slay. You can catch Slay all day on the SEC Network tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going down, baby. New suit alert.
Really?
Street.
What
I gotta
color?
come see you, John. So it's blue, but it's gonna look silver.
What?
I know it's kind of weird.
I'm all about this.
It's
like
weird.
a Marlin.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Is it iridescent?
Only know what that is. But it could be. Yeah,
Stump Slay on 104.5.
It might
Is
be.
it shiny?
No, it's not. But,
Okay.
Yeah, but it's. I'm telling you, it's blue.
Is it like? Do you remember the blue, black and blue, or
It's kinda like that,
golden?
yep.
Dress?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it blue or is it silver? So on television, it'll look one way, and if you just took a selfie and put it out there, it might look a different way.
And then under the light, it look a totally different thing. A totally different way.
You're a chameleon.
Yeah. Got a chameleon suit tomorrow.
All right, it's time for Slay's Lighters on 104.5
Oh.
The Zone. Where is it? Did you already pack it up?
I threw it away.
Here.
So this is literally something you've been talking about all day, the whole day. It's very easy because it's Awaken 180.
Oh, these my people. I know what that means when Awaken 180 is around the corner. Then that means the after party is around the corner. Awaken 180 weight loss fast, yet sustainable weight loss without medications, fasting, or the gym, because I ain't touched one. Reserve your Awaken 180 at home consultation today and join the after party right here on 3HL.
Slay's
I do
Lighters.
my hands like this. Who they brought by? Your
mom and him. Jeremy in Nashville next up on 3HL. Jeremy, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to comment real quick on the comment that you made, Slay, about walking through life as a reflection of her. Like, everything that she seemed to bring to the game was just, about intensity and fire, and, like, you couldn't help but watch it and get behind her, and I always admired her and revered the way that she coached, and I always thought that if there was a woman who was going to cross the lines and coach men, she would be the one that could get it done. And I just thought I'd bring that up and see what you guys thought about that.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Man, no doubt. That was going down. Those talks were going down. My sophomore year going into my junior year when they fired Jerry Green, and before Buzz came in. That's all the talk was. Man, Coach Summit probably going to coach the guys. And we're sitting there like.
That talk happened a couple of times. That happened while you were there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we straight. Like, I understand it. But I would have accepted it without question, but, man.
How close do you think they got?
I don't know. I think it's a full-time job coaching the.
I don't know.
I think she
that
likes
part.
challenges.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say, in that listening to that interview too, I mean, it was all about developing these young women and helping them to succeed and reach their goals and all that. But there was a whole lot of, now, I like winning.
Yeah.
Now, I
She
love
would
to
throw
win.
that in there every once in a while. It was like
It was like,
a
let me just
parenthetically.
remind
Yeah.
you. Now, I do like to win.
Yeah, and that's a full-time job that she had running that program with the
Right.
women. So I to be able to run a men's program too, on top of that, you got to have a. Ooh. And
No,
she
I
had
think
eyes
she-
everywhere, but
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough.
would
Tough
your,
to run
locker,
two programs.
would your locker room? Well, I mean, I think she would have just jumped over to you guys, right?
They probably
would your locker room have been able to handle that?
Yeah, because this is why
At that
I believe.
time, though.
Yeah, at that time,
You had a lot of really confident, strong-willed people in that.
Without
question. That's why I
question.
think it might have worked. It might have taken a minute.
Like all you got to do is present us with winning, and we're so competitive. Like whatever it takes to win, let's do it. We got to walk to New Mexico. Let's do it. We out. We gonna win when we get there. Let's hurry up and go. We don't need no bags or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that's involved in winning, we're gonna do. But the methodology to get to that point, I don't know if we would have been with.
Yeah,
Pat was super strict.
You saw her put those girls through practices.
Pat was super strict, and we
there's
needed
some
it.
amazing stories from some of the women.
We was a wild bunch.
Did she ever talk to you guys? Like, did they ever have her come like, hey, talk to the team?
I think so.
I thought she did.
I think Buzz had a come over and talk to us once. But at that time, I think it might have been our junior year,
and I think Bruce Pearl did it.
Yeah, so I was separated. Bruce definitely did it.
Yeah,
I was not separated from the team, but I was rehabbing, so I would have missed it. I was off to myself.
Damn ACLs.
Damn ACLs.
Mark in East Nasty. Mark, what's up?
Hey, how y'all doing?
What up, Mark?
Hey, y'all are my favorite show all day long. I sit here in the garage all day long. I'm blind, but I listen to y'all.
Oh, man, appreciate that, bro.
Mark.
You know, but what I was going to tell y'all today, Ron, one thing, you are my favorite person, my hero, you know. But second thing, Dawn, you and Ron need to hit that pole punch too.
No, that is all Hunk.
Mark, I love you to death, but I just don't feel like I should take that responsibility away from Hunk. Like,
yeah, I think they just wanted one of us, right? And Hunk just wanted to do it so badly.
Yeah, and Ollie's looking up to his dad, man. Like, it's no need for me to taint that at all. Like, Hunk got it.
Well, I know, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mark. I'm gonna sit in the garage with you, and we're gonna watch Hunk do it on this one.
Oh man, belly flop.
Definitely belly flop. Most definitely, Mark.
Love
Appreciate
it.
you, man.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks,
Hey
Mark.
man, hey, I love y'all. Ron, I've been wanting to talk to you for months and months and months and everything. I mean, you are my hero.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. That's a hell of a pedestal you putting me on. I hope I live up to it, brother.
I hope I meet you one day.
Oh, man, no doubt. We're going to have to make it happen, bro.
All right, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Bob on Facebook. By the way, when I was in Sheffield, England last year, I passed a nightclub called Bunk.
Oh!
Thought of y'all and took a shot, which I apparently can't upload here. I'll throw it up on my homepage. Happy birthday, Dawn.
Oh,
I
yes.
took a shot at the bunk
At the
bunk bar.
bar.
Bunk bar.
Hey, can we start one of those here?
Oh, the bunk bar. It's
It's going to be 3HL Bunk.
I mean, I guess you can do anything you want. Just go borrow a bunch of money from somebody.
Let's do it.
Get a
Who
bunch of
wins?
investors.
Hey, we need a partner.
Or several.
We might need a couple partners now. Nashville's damn expensive.
Some partners.
It is
There
Dawn's
we go.
birthday tomorrow, so
Yes.
wish her a happy birthday appropriately on her socials.
Happy birthday, Babsy.
She is after
boy.
years.
Love you, Babsy.
After years of being 25, she will now be 26.
She's
Yep.
finally climbing the ladder.
I am 26. I'm so wise.
Yeah, she might be 30 by the time she's 80. I don't know. Appreciate y'all. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there.
Man.
Good night. God bless.
See ya.